Kuchar had a hole-in-one on the 16th hole of the final round, so that was pretty massive. I was going wild.
Nice. So, and what did it cost, for example, to get into a league or a tournament in which you could win $100K?
For the Millie Maker this year, it's $20 an entry. So first place is $1 million, but then it drops down.
First place is $1 million.
Pretty good second place.
Dude, so and all I gotta do is I gotta pick 6 golfers. Essentially, if they have the lowest scores, I'm going to win.
It's a salary cap format. You pick your 6 golfers. Now, this is mega multi-entry. You can pay that $20 lineup at like 250,000 times. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you would use the same lineup.
Well, yeah. You would. The computer dudes are real smart with this. There's different ways you can handle it, and then
I got you.
Get yourself a good shot. But Mike and the tools they got over there at Daily Roto, they get it done.
Now, why did your mom leave a note on the door saying that everyone was moving out to the country? Because the guy, we told Corey and Michelle here, Chris was telling the story, and they think I'm making it up, but can you just give them the background on that?
You know, it's kind of funny. When I worked at the Buffalo News as a sports clerk, my nickname was Mama. Everyone would call me Mama. So if people didn't know this song, they'd be wondering why the heck people are running around calling, a college guy Mama.
Mm-hmm. See? Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said Sonny moved out to the country.
I knew this was about some song
and that was from Buffalo.
Knew.
So Mike used to live in Buffalo. Now he's out in the country.
I knew this was about a song that nobody knew.
Are you getting ready for the Masters tomorrow? And I assume you're going to try to play again to win another $100K, if not $1 million, right?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm getting ready. I'm making my lineups most of the day. We're pretty busy over at Daily Roto in the overlap covering MLB, NBA, but I've got some time carved out for sure.
Fantasy Sports Radio Network. News update.
In the NFL, Texans coach Bill O'Brien told Pro Football Talk Live Deshaun Watson could get in some work during OTAs. The Detroit Lions have signed backup quarterback Matt Castle. Castle obviously has ties to new Detroit Lions head coach Matt Patricia from their time in New England. The Bears re-signed wide receiver Josh Bellamy to a one-year, $1.9 million contract. In baseball, the Mets are activating outfielder Michael Conforto from the 10-day DL. Conforto will be active before Thursday's game against the Nationals, and there's a great chance he'll be in the starting lineup. Phillip Evans will be optioned to AAA Las Vegas in a corresponding move. Conforto's original prognosis was to return in May, so he's well ahead of schedule. The Padres placed outfielder Will Myers on the 10-day disabled list with a right arm nerve irritation. Erasmo Ramirez threw a simulated game on Tuesday and had no setbacks. Ramirez now will look to build up his arm strength through minor league games. The St. Louis Cardinals plan to activate right-hander Adam Wainwright from the 10-day DL on Thursday to start their home opener against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Wainwright has been sidelined by a strained left hamstring. In the NBA, Marc Gasol did not score with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 3 turnovers in 20 minutes against the Pelicans on Wednesday. It's only the 3rd time in his NBA career he didn't notch a point. Golden State and Quinn Cook have entered into serious discussions on a multi-year deal, according to Chris Haynes and Mark Spears of ESPN.com. Ryan Anderson has been ruled out for Thursday's game against the Trailblazers for the Houston Rockets. Anderson sprained his left ankle on Tuesday. And the Charlotte Hornets have made significant progress in contract talks with Mitch Kupchak to become president of basketball operations and general manager, and a formal agreement is expected to be reached soon, Lee sources told ESPN. I'm Dan Strafford, and this has been your Fantasy Sports Radio Network News Update.
Stay tuned to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network for more updates at the top of every hour.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Hello! And that, my friends, is called
Carton and Friends.
It's actually an entertaining show for you to listen to.
Oh, hello, friends.
For the first time in 6 months.
Welcome back, buddy. It's great hearing you back on the air, man.
Friends, if I may have your attention.
Guess who's back? It's the boy Craig Carton.
Tell your friends, tell your friends.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? What is up? 9:03. Nice job, Chrissy Bones, and good morning to you. It's another edition of Carton and Friends. We are locked and loaded and ready to go, as always. To my right, as my microphone has the ghost of Elijah moving it all around, is Michelle. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. How are you?
Great, great, great. And over there in the cheap seat section 203 is my main man, C to the P. Good morning, Corey. How are you?
Yo, what's going on? Don't like the temperature outside New York City today, but we are warm spirits inside.
Nice
Carton
and warm in
Friends.
here.
Yep.
We already have some crazy crap going on today. You've got the Masters starting. You had a dude dislocate his ankle, pop it right back into a place like he's a man, a real man, a man's man. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, neither does Michelle, so we'll butcher that a little bit later on this morning. We have Jack Nicklaus the ninth giving you a hole-in-one on a par 3 yesterday. You've got the Mets winning again. The Yankees winning again. You've got some MMA news, which is interesting if you're a wrestling fan as well. And you have, frankly, some bitching that's going to go on here about the current state of this little area that we're confined to. But we'll get to that a lot later on, okay? 24 hours ago, Yankee fans were booing Giancarlo Stanton because he had 5 strikeouts in 5 at-bats, and he deserved every single boo. Those of you out there that don't think it's okay for a fan to boo a player, you have no idea what it's like to spend money to go watch your team play. And when that team goes to play, and it's 40 degrees outside, and there's gusty winds, and you're wearing a Yankee poncho, you're pissed off. And it's your right to boo. It'll always be your right to boo. It's also the player's right to then change the rhetoric, come back a full 360 degrees, and give you a reason to cheer for him. That is the makeup of a great player. A guy that accepts the boos, acknowledges that he deserves the boos, and then changes those frowns and turns them upside down. What did Stanton do yesterday, Biggs?
He hit a home run in his first at-bat, so this way he did not go 0 for 6 with strikeouts. He comes out after the Bulls, he cranks one, and guess what? All is right in the Bronx.
And what did the 47,000 people in Yankee Stadium do for him when he hit that home run?
They gave him a standing ovation. They cheered for him. It was no more boos. It was welcome to the boogie down.
And that's how it goes. When you deserve to be booed, we boo your ass. When you deserve to be cheered and applauded, we get up off our asses and we give you the applause you deserve. It's our right as fans. It's your job as a player to earn it. Stanton earned it. And how about yesterday? And I can't wait to hear Malkanakovich's questions. I've not seen them yet, but I'm sure they were stupid. It happened. Didn't take that many games for it to happen. 6 games in, it happened. Judge, home run.
Stanton.
Home run.
Sanchez.
Home run.
There you go right there. That's the new murderer's row.
That is what Yankee fans want this season. Home run, home run, home run. It only took 6 games for it to happen, but it happened, and it shows you the capability of the vaunted Yankee lineup and why Yankee fans are happy. And when Stanton hit the home run, this is what it sounded like.
Runner goes. That one's drilled deep to left. There it goes. See ya. A long home run for Stanton. His first one in the Bronx. And the Yankees lead 2-1.
That's exactly right. Even though Michael K is horrendous, that is courtesy of the Yes Network. And there you go. Fans going crazy. Puts a 2 spot on the board. Severino gave up the run early and then settled down and became the best pitcher the Yankees got, which he is. And the Yankees get another win. And it's very early.
Yep.
Let's not get crazy, Michelle. No, Michelle was all nuts yesterday. She was walking around in just Yankee bras and panties and socks and hats, going crazy when the home runs got hit. Let's relax. They have not won a World Series yet. But what's amazing about it, when you see what happened yesterday, albeit against Tampa, you see that's why people went crazy after the first game when Stan hit the 2 home runs, because you see it's a scary word in sports. And the word is, you know what the word is? You don't know what it is.
No,
Do you know what the word is?
Yep, I know what the word is.
What's the word?
What is the word?
Potential.
My man, pots and pans. That's exactly what the word is. Potential. When you know the potential's there, we get ourselves all crazy.
Excitement.
Crazy is what it is. Like, I'm actually excited for the Masters today. And I never get excited for golf.
The first day, though?
Yeah, because Tiger's back.
10:24 a.m. Eastern time, so a little over an hour, Tiger hits the green.
Yeah, if Tiger was not back, I would obviously be aware of the Masters. I would not be excited for it. I can honestly tell you that I am now fully aroused. I can't stand up. If I stood up, I could pop a balloon. I am fully aroused for the Masters and for golf. We got the Mets. We got baseball around the league, of course. We've got some NBA stuff because apparently there's a couple new people playing in the NBA that our fantasy experts like. So I'm going to ask Corey to tell me who those guys are because I never heard their names before. We got lots cooking. 844-843-6879.
Steiner Sports is the leading memorabilia provider for the New York Yankees, Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Featuring hundreds of items from your favorite athletes, Steiner Sports is your source for the best sports gifts. Go to steinersports.com/box and shop our collection of memorabilia boxes, which include 10 gifts for the price of one. We've made one for each of your favorite teams. Hurry, supplies are limited, and these are some of the best deals we have ever offered. So go to steinersports.com/box today.
Have you written a book and want to get it published? Then call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 immediately. That's 800-955-3793. Page Publishing is looking for authors of all types of books. And unlike most publishers, Page Publishing will take the time to review each and every book submitted to them and give you their feedback. If they like what they read, they'll get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, the Apple iTunes Store, Barnes & Noble, and other outlets. They handle everything: editing, cover design, copyright protection, printing, publicity, and distribution. So if you've written a novel, children's book, cookbook, inspirational work, poetry, or a biography and want to get it published, then you need to call Page Publishing and do it immediately. Call 800-955-3793 now for your free author submission kit. Again, for your free author submission kit, call 800-955-3793. That's 800-955-3793. Your road to fame and fortune could very well start with this simple phone call. Call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 for your free author submission kit.
Fantasy.
Dr. Ray Austin, commissioner of the FCFL, that is the Fan Controlled Football League.
Tell us more about the product, the Fan Controlled Fantasy Football League.
We're talking about doing things that are so innovative for the player. If I'm at a smaller school, or if I'm got injured and kind of got forgotten about, how do I get a chance to get my exposure? This new age player we're creating, we want to give that player a chance to have more exposure, that he has a chance to play football at another level if that's possible.
Weekdays on FNTSY Radio and live on the Fantasy Sports Network YouTube stream.
If you've heard of WeatherTech floor liners, you probably know that for your vehicle's floor, nothing protects better. But what about protection for the rest of your car or truck? I'm David McNeil, founder of WeatherTech. Besides our floor liners, we design, engineer, and manufacture a wide range of automotive accessories right here in America. And just like our floor liners, everything is done to the highest standards possible. We understand what kind of investment owning a vehicle can be, so we do everything possible to help you protect it. We don't take shortcuts, and we never make concessions when it comes to quality. For everything from cargo liners to cleaning and detailing supplies to mud flaps and car covers, the one place you need to go is WeatherTech.com. So if you are familiar with our floor liners, just imagine how well the rest of our products will work for you. Learn more about our full line of automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech.com. Proudly made in America.
All right, 9:13. This is Carton and Friends. The Masters starts today. The Yankees and Mets both winning baseball. You got to love that, especially when the Mets are beating the no-good, stinking Philadelphia Phillies. Just remind Philadelphia where they should be, behind New York at all times. I say that for Michelle's benefit. We have We have an update coming up from Michelle in a second. The number to join the show, 844-843-6879. Let me go to Scott in Jersey first. Scotty, good morning. How you doing there, buddy?
Tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your friends. What's up, Craigie?
What is up? Good to be back. Good to have you on the show, kid. What's going on?
Definitely, man. Miss you over on the other show, but it's I've been following you, making sure everything's good with you.
Why don't we sing a duet together? On the wings of love, only the two of us together flying high.
This sounds like a solo, Scott. This sounds like a solo.
Oh, no, that's definitely a solo. I don't know that.
Well, you have to punch up number 5, Chris. You don't have any love for the great Jeffrey Osborne, is it what you're saying?
Craigie, my musical knowledge is a little less than yours.
Agreed.
But, hey, Craigie, so looking forward to the Mets. They look good so far this year. Yeah, I'm happy with what's going on.
Yeah. You should listen. I told you from a month ago, if you listened to what I was doing here prior to the official launch of the show, the New York Mets are going to be my surprise team in the National League based purely on the fact that the pitching staff was coming back and they can't be as injured as they were last year. They'll go through their moments of being the Mets. But at the end of the day, only the two of us together flying high.
My voice is a little worse than yours.
Now, my voice is not good this morning, but I appreciate the call. I will say this. If you are a New York Met fan, I think you're going to have a good season. I think the Mets are going to stay more than relevant. We see what they do against the Nationals now, because that is a legit step up in class from Philadelphia.
No doubt.
But listen, they're not nearly as good as the Nationals are, but the New York Mets are good enough to stay relevant. And sports today is only about one thing, and that is relevance. As long as you stay relevant, you give your fan base something to hold on to. Now, the New York Mets made news yesterday for another reason. We broke the story here as a friend of mine, very close to the New York Mets organization, told me about how they were releasing their PA announcer, who's had the job for almost 15 years. I got the entire story now.
You got the scoop?
I got the entire story of exactly what took place. And when I read this to you, it's, frankly, it's offensive, all right? So what happened was this, okay? The PA announcer is in an office, all right? The door to the office is closed. There is a woman in an adjacent room. Adjacent, of course, meaning next to.
Very nice.
Or across, but adjacent to. Like right there.
Okay.
You were defining something there for us? What were you doing there?
I was doing diagonal.
In the same ballpark, though. She gets that the adjacent is some kind of directional reference, so we're on the right page. I like it so far. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
You're blessing adjacent being diagonal, too?
I'm saying, no, I'm a blessing that her saying use adjacent and her giving the definition.
In the right context.
She knows that it's a directional reference. So we got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we got
I just had an image that I could actually beat Michelle in tic-tac-toe, which is impossible to do. It always ends in a tie. But let me just see real quick. Good, your turn. I put an X in the top left corner. Michelle puts an O in the bottom right corner. I'm now going to put, let's see. Good move. Solid move, Michelle. Very good move. I'm now going to put an X above her O. Go ahead, your turn. Where are you going?
I'm going to trick you.
Okay, I'm not going to fall for that little trickery. Your turn? I think it's going to end in the old tic-tac-toe tie. Except that Michelle's going to lose. Go ahead, your turn. And
he won. Surprise, surprise.
Shockingly, Michelle lost at tic-tac-toe.
You're supposed to be able to have to tie that joint up.
No adult loses at tic-tac-toe. It's impossible to lose at tic-tac-toe.
It's early, though. It's early.
Yeah, it's early.
It's early in the morning.
You just lost at tic-tac-toe.
I can't remember the last time I played it.
That's not an excuse.
I need practice.
It's a refresher course.
Yes,
So here's what happened, right? So
talking about homeboy from the Mets.
Yeah, Alex Anthony, right? So the guys in the room, the doors are closed. There's a woman in an adjacent room. She has no business being in that other room.
How do you know that?
Because people close to the Mets told me what happened.
All right, cool.
All right? While she's in the diagonal or adjacent room to where this guy's having a private conversation, she's recording all sounds. So this is a setup. This is somebody who wants to hear somebody, maybe him, saying something untoward, and she's recording.
That's crazy.
Okay? She then takes the recording of him and she goes directly to Human Resources, all right? And she happens to have a good friend who works for the Human Resources Department. They give the tape to Human Resources. Human Resources hears the contents of this private joke.
Yeah.
Guy gets fired on the spot.
Now, do you know how bad this private joke was?
I cannot tell you what the joke was.
Okay.
Understood.
Because you don't know or because?
I don't know.
Oh.
If I knew the joke, I'd tell you the joke. Oh. What's interesting is that I'm not sure if that's legal. I'm not sure if you're allowed to privately record somebody like that.
No, I understand what you're saying in that scenario, but you got to think, if that is the case, them firing him means that whatever the joke was, was bad enough that if the joke did get out,
I agree.
That's what it sounds like right there.
I'm going to assume there's the choice word that starts with the letter C. I'm going to assume that's in there.
See you next Tuesday.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Well done. You've now
That's good. No, that's good.
Losing at tic-tac-toe.
Because no, for real, she caught me for a minute.
You're
just
back.
now. Now I like, wait, what did she talk about?
See you next Tuesday.
Then
I'm assuming that's in there.
Yeah.
Or that they're talking offensively about female workers.
I think so.
If you had said, boy, you smell terrific today, she would have a legitimate claim. And I know that you felt awkward about it.
I did, because I didn't know what, I was trying to think. What is she trying to tell me? Does she want to smell me more personally and up close?
Don't know.
My scent?
I know that Derek's and Ringo's on Carton and Friends.
What's cracking, Derek?
Derek, good morning. What do you got, kid?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Greg?
What's up, babe?
Me, my wife, and my 9-month-old son are so happy you're back on the air, brother.
I like it. What's your son's name?
My son's name is Dylan.
Dylan, dilly. I like it. Right on.
Dilly.
So what do you got for the Yankees today, bud?
So I'm a big Yankees fan. I thought Girardi was awesome with the bullpen. I'm a little worried with Booney. Do you think they're going to go over their over-number or their over-under number or what?
Okay. Over, under, okay. Listen, it's what have they played? 6 games so far? I know he made the mistake last Saturday, bringing Betances back for another inning. And you could question some of the other moves he made when he pitched to Smoke. Listen, Aaron Boone is a baseball lifer. He will get those decisions right a lot more than he gets them wrong. Now, if Chapman blows a save, Chapman blows a save. That's not on the manager. Yesterday, you saw why he will not have to make too many decisions. When that offense is cooking, it's cooking. 844-843-6879. Much more to come.
How's it going in there?
5 more minutes.
Okay, let's play a game. 2 truths, 1 lie. We're not going to be late to the party. In the time you've taken to get ready, you could have been on your way to saving a life. And I'm wearing that tie you hate.
We're not going to be late. We're 10 minutes away. You wouldn't dare wear that tie. And I can't save a life. I'm not a firefighter.
Actually, I swabbed my cheeks last week.
It takes less than a minute to get your cheeks swabbed. Register at dkms.org, and you can be a superhero by helping someone out.
The sharpest fantasy sports minds are now available 24/7 straight from your mobile device. Download the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app and listen live or on demand to the finest tips, strategies, and advice from your favorite fantasy personalities. It's free and available for both iOS and Android devices. Your life isn't slowing down, so why should your fantasy sports? Head to fntsy.com/radio and download the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app today.
You might not see any palm trees or cacti out your window, but spring training is here, so it's time to draft. And here on the Fantasy Baseball Hour with Al Melchior, we have everything you need to assemble your best team. We'll be breaking down all the offseason player movement and zeroing in on the trends that'll keep you ahead of your league mates on draft day and beyond. So tune in to the Fantasy Baseball Hour with Al Melchior from Monday to Friday, right here on Fantasy Sports Radio, between 3 and 4 p.m. Eastern, or between noon and 1 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll see you out there on the virtual diamond.
Game time decisions.
The media in today's day and age, the society that we live in now, is look what this guy did. Oh, look, Odell Beckham smoking a blunt. Oh, Michael Phelps smoking a bong. Oh, Serena Williams said this about somebody. Popovich said this about Trump. Trump said this about someone. It's a snowflake era right now in which people wake up every day looking to about something and put somebody down.
Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, only on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Why pay high rake when you can play daily fantasy baseball and pay half the rake on Fantasy Draft? Featuring half the rake GPP and head-to-head contests, exclusive VIP experiences, and the most flexible lineup structures in the game. Fantasy Draft is the only DFS site that puts players first. They're also the only site to offer 6 of 7 PGA scoring, dropping your lowest golfer's score. Register today with the code FNTSY for a free $4 entry into a guaranteed winner contest in the sport of your choice. Fantasy Draft, daily fantasy on a level playing field.
Be sure to check out BSO Live with me, Robert Littal, on all your popular podcasting sites, as well as blacksportsonline.com. We're going to be talking about the things that nobody else is talking about. Well, everybody's talking about, but not like me. Sports, entertainment, culture, video games, comic books. We have it all. So be sure to check out BSO Live on all of the podcasting sites at blacksportsonline.com.
Yeah. That's going to be my opening lyric of my rap song. Yeah, yeah. And that's when you start going, yeah, yeah. Just do a whole rap on gibberish. Yeah, yeah. What's he talking about? Nobody knows.
Hey, you sent my tape to Wildin' Out yet?
No, I did not. Because
What
it
about
sucked.
mine?
No, you're sucked too.
I'm trying to figure out how this
Neither one of
Wildin'
you
Out
guys have
thing
any
is gonna
rhythm.
work.
That's the problem. Like, you can't keep a beat. You can't rap to the rhythm.
No, I can't.
You know?
I'm practicing.
You don't think extemporaneously?
I'm not a lyrical genius.
You're not a lyrical genius?
At all.
I am.
No.
I just need to write it down first.
Let me just say this real quick before I get up
I
more of
wrote
your
that a pretty
calls.
good one the other day.
Why pay a high rake when you can play daily fantasy baseball and pay half the rake on fantasy draft? Featuring half the rake GPP and head-to-head contests, exclusive VIP experiences, and the most flexible lineup structures in the game. Fantasy Draft, the only DFS site that puts players first. They're also the only site to offer 6 of 7 PGA scoring. Dropping your lowest golfer score. Register today with the code FNTSY for a free $4 entry into a guaranteed winner contest in the sport of your choice. Fantasy Draft, daily fantasy on a level playing field. Now, I made Chris sign up to FanDuel because we're going to do a Carton and Friends baseball league coming up here once we figure out how to do it properly. So I hijacked his account today, and I entered him into a early game baseball contest.
All right, that's what's up.
So those are all like the 3 o'clock games today. Now you're a former fantasy expert. Should I give you the team I put together for him? And you just give me a quick take on it, or no?
Let me see. Yeah. To start throwing them together, because then it could be some basics that we can work on. I need to pull up the schedule.
Now
and
he
see what's
can
going
win,
on.
and if he wins, it's my money because it only costs him $4 to get in.
It's in his name.
His account, but he'll just transfer it over to me, and that's how we
You're
roll.
gambling in my name. This is a great career move.
I put together an award-winning team for you though, and I just thought, like, you know, if you're going to put together a winning baseball team, I'll put together this lineup for the early games against anyone else in America. But you can only get one entry, okay? So I don't know, Corey, if you're down, if you want to play. If you have a FanDuel account, it's only a couple bucks.
All right.
Here's the team that I put together for Chris. Hey, how do you pronounce this guy's name on the Phillies? Is it Pavelta? Pavelta?
Pavetta.
Is it Pavetta?
Nick Pavetta.
That's what I'm asking.
Probably shouldn't start him.
I did.
That's not bad. They're going up against the Marlins.
Right,
And the Marlins
they're playing
can't
the
hit.
Marlins.
But you gotta look at that ballpark too.
So you're already criticizing the team I
I'm
put
just saying,
together.
if I wouldn't have threw Nick Pavetta out there.
I'm betting against the Marlins. That's why I have Nick
it's not
Pavetta
a bad.
playing.
It's not a bad idea.
I got Hanley Ramirez.
All right.
I got a Robinson Cano playing second base. I got Adrian Beltre playing third. I got Anderson playing short, White Sox shortstop. I got Mookie Betts, D. Gordon, and Jay Martinez. That's my outfield. And I got Miguel Cabrera. Can't beat it.
Well, the thing about it is what you want to try to do in a situation like this.
Can't beat it.
When you're looking at a daily fantasy contest, you want to pick on a poor pitcher but load bats in that lineup. If a team is likely to go off, it's going to be the same team. When you spread it out around all like that, then you're looking for like every team to go off. So if a team scores 11 runs, you want a piece of that action. That's the way I would go about it.
That's a good tip. That would have been a good tip had you come and seen me before I made my selections there. Thanks.
It's not locked in yet. You still got to the end of the program.
No, it's locked in. I submitted my lineup. Done.
All right.
Once you submit a lineup, you don't go back on it.
Are you a
Michelle's
sheet
here.
of integrity guy when it comes to NCAA tournament?
What's that?
Sheet of integrity. Are you a one-sheet guy when it comes to the tournament?
For a pool?
Yeah.
One sheet only.
All right.
That's it. Michelle's got an update. Let's start with the New York Yankees. Michelle?
The Yankees dominated the Rays last night, beating them 7-2. Giancarlo Stanton got his groove back, homering the hardest hit ball in the season in the first inning.
Do we know how many miles per hour the exit velocity, which is what you're alluding to there?
Yeah.
Do we have any idea how many miles per hour that hardest hit ball of the year was?
I think
140 something?
I can be wrong on this. I felt like I saw 127
Is that what it
yesterday.
was?
I'm not sure on this. Somebody with more
say.
statistical.
I think that the exit velocity stat is the dumbest addition of statistics that I've seen since the whip and the war. All of a sudden, we fell in love with the notion of he had the exit velocity was 137 miles per hour. Who cares?
It's ways they're trying to improve the watching of the game that
doesn't
does not
improve
work.
my watching of the
Exactly.
game at all. Not even a little bit.
It makes it less attractive, less appealing because who wants to be doing?
88.2 mile per hour slider.
Yeah,
that
but
was
you're going to hit the ball faster against a faster pitch. It's because that's how it works when it comes.
117.9 miles per hour.
There you go.
So 117.9.
Projected 458 feet.
Okay, now the hardest ball ever hit in the history of Major League Baseball, since they kept these stupid stats, was 123.9 miles per hour. And you know what? It was a ground ball.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yep.
I was not expecting you to say that.
It was a ground ball. Giancarlo Stanton once hit a ball 120 miles per hour, but I don't even know why I'm giving this any attention. If you throw the ball really fast and I hit it really hard, it's going to go really fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's just simple, right? So 117 miles per hour,
0.9.
fantastic. It went out of the ballpark, and here's how it sounded on Yes.
Runner goes. That one's drilled deep to left. There it goes. See ya. A long home run for Stanton. His first one in the Bronx. And the Yankees lead 2-1.
Now, do you guys like foreign language broadcasts? You ever sit at home and just watch Spanish language
No, because I wouldn't
novellas?
understand it.
No? But though, isn't there something sexy and attractive about Uto nombre asiato?
Sometimes I watch the soap operas on Univision.
You do, but that's because there's hot broads on it.
Yeah.
Mira. Oh.
Me gusta.
Mira, papi. You know that's nothing for you?
No, I like to know what I'm listening to. And
Yes.
Be able to understand.
So what language do you do that in?
English, and I barely understand that. No, I'm kidding.
No, that does nothing for you, right?
Nothing.
Imagine, you don't have to be so quick about saying nothing. You're going to pretend like it turned you on for a minute. Imagine if you're a diehard Yankee fan.
Yes.
And you're laying in bed all by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got the Yankee rabbit out to the right.
Do they make a Yankee rabbit? Huh?
Damn
do
right
they have Major League Baseball licensed rabbits?
100%.
If not, we need to get on it.
100%. And it's out there to the right. And it's a rainy day. And it's windy, like yesterday. And D.D. Gregorius comes up.
Yeah.
And you've accidentally hit the SAP button on your TV.
Yeah.
And that changes the language of the broadcast from English to, I think, Spanish. And all of a sudden, you hear this.
Ahí va el batazo, por el jardín derecho, olvida esta, se va, y se fue. Échale sazón, ese es el segundo jonrón.
Gregorius.
Gregorius. Nothing for you?
No.
You don't pick
Nothing
the
at all?
No.
You don't pick the rabbit back up?
Será.
Leave it there.
Segundo hombrón. No se siento.
Nothing. It annoys me because I don't understand it.
Oh. Well, you can pick up certain words you could probably pick up to understand, right? Like DD.
Yeah, I understand that.
That was DD.
That's the same, and you know.
Right. His name does not change.
His name doesn't change. No.
DD. Turns me on, I'll tell you that.
What language is this?
That was Spanish.
It didn't sound like Spanish.
I think it was like a Venezuelan or Dominican Spanish.
Okay, it was a different
flavor.
Different dialect.
DD. So there's no wooing you in a foreign language.
No.
What if it was via song? Could you be wooed by song? No?
It doesn't do it for me.
No.
So you couldn't have a relationship, even just a purely sexual relationship, with a dude that didn't speak English.
She didn't say that. But she's saying she couldn't.
Yeah, no.
No, you have to, because you're a communicator.
Yeah, exactly. You have to communicate.
You
Again,
have
if I don't
to
understand
communicate.
something, what would I say? I would just be like,
Well, there's 3 ways to communicate.
Say That's kind of universal.
I'm going to say that's one way. I don't know. There's food, there's verbal, and then there's physical.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 ways to communicate. So 2 out of 3, frankly, is not bad.
okay, that's true.
But the problem would be like a month in, you'd be like, you never share your feelings with me.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, eso sí, ¿qué es? Tu nombre, asiato, pero no soy de dónde. And you'd be like, I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Yeah, exactly.
That relationship for you would not last very long. All right, what else you got?
I'll finish it. So then 2 innings later, Sanchez had a 2-run homer, and then Aaron Judge had his first homer of the season.
Yeah, let's hear how the Judge home run sounds with the dysphonic broadcaster known as John Sterling.
There goes Torres. Pitch. Swung on and driven to deep left. Hey. That ball is high. Mid is far.
Oh.
It is gone. It's a 2-run home run for Aaron Judge. This is Judgment Day.
No.
As he rounds third, here comes the judge. A 2-run blast, a Judgian blast. And the Yankees now take a 7-1 lead.
Yeah, that's courtesy of the WFAN radio network. He had laryngitis yesterday.
Really?
But he has not missed the game in over 30 years.
Good for him.
And he wasn't going to start yesterday. And it also tells you heard at the very beginning of that clip, Ronald Torreyes is on base. He's one of those dudes who you never think of. He's not Judge. He's not Stan. He's not Sanchez. Every team's got a guy like that. Where do you need me to play? Any infield position you play there. And that dude, it seems like he's always on base. And he scored a run yesterday.
Taxi squad guy.
Those dudes,
dude.
every team needs a dude like that for sure.
Utility type man.
We have a guy like that here.
Well, which one? We got a couple of them like that.
A few.
Here.
We got a few all-in guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an issue earlier today, and I'm putting the guys in a really bad spot because I'm asking for audio of something I heard earlier today, and then the question's going to be, if they get me the audio, by getting me the audio, it's going to be a little embarrassing for someone.
Yeah.
If they don't get me the audio, I'm still going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether or not they want to be, all in or not.
Well, I think we're and I know the situation you're talking about, but we're dealing with people that know and understand the game of broadcasting and especially morning radio.
Right.
So I don't think there's no reason to be embarrassed because the person would probably do the same thing to you.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully the guys have the audio for me. Or if someone could tell me who Jamal McGee is and what basketball team he plays for, I'm thinking about starting him in my fantasy lineup tonight. I don't know who Jamal McGee is. But
I know a JaVale McGee.
I mean, as do I.
Yeah.
So does the Shaq. Coming up, will Tiger win the Masters? And who was Ricky Fowler's caddy yesterday? Shut up.
Muscle Maker Grill was made for baseball season. Muscle Maker Grill supplies you with delicious, healthy meals that will give you energy to cheer on your team week after week. Whether you're craving flavorful salad, packed wraps, or guiltless entrees, Muscle Maker Grill has you covered. Hosting a game? No problem. Our catering packages will have your whole team satisfied with flavors ranging from Italian to Tex-Mex and much, much more. Visit MuscleMakerGrill.com for your nearest location and have a winning season.
Reason number 12 why you should own a ThermoSpa's hot tub? They require no attachment to your home's plumbing. Thanks to the ThermoSpa's unique built-in thermofiltration system that filters the water an incredible 144 times a day, you simply fill it with a garden hose and your water stays crystal clear with very little maintenance.
Call to receive your free DVD videos and brochure and find out how you can own a ThermoSpa's hot tub for only a few dollars a day. Right now, they're offering 0% APR financing with approved credit and a $1,250 savings coupon, including free delivery, free chemicals, and a cash discount. And with models starting at $4,995, there will never be a better time to own a ThermoSpa's hot tub. So call now and ask about this limited time offer. Call ThermoSpa's today at 800-625-4922 for your free DVD videos and brochure. That's 800-625-4922. ThermoSpa's, hot tubs designed to improve your life. Call 800-625-4922 today to take advantage of 0% APR financing.
Scout Fantasy Sports.
Anthony Aniano, Rotoballer. Did you enjoy your experience of watching the Mets on Facebook?
I just thought it was god-awful, Adam. I really did. Choppy, figuring out how to stop the comments. I just wanted to watch the ball game. I didn't really want to read what everybody had to say, and then there's a heart floating across my screen. It seems like the whole world is running away from Facebook, and suddenly Major League Baseball wants to be a part of it. Makes no sense at all.
Weekdays on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
Skix sneakers are taking over tailgates and alumni homes across America. Skix canvas high top, low top, slip-on, and kids tennis style sneakers designed in officially licensed college colors and logos is a must-have for every college fan's wardrobe. Fun, fashionable, and comfortable. Whether you're at the big game or watching the game at home, Skix helps fans perform better. Go to Skix.com and use promo code FNTSY for 15% off your pair now. That's Skix.com. Skix sneakers, the soul of a true fan.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
this is our
All right. Love is a thing that we know how to do, but we don't know how to do it with you.
I don't know the words to the beginning part. This is the jam, though.
You like this?
I like this. This is the jam right here. I'm a fan of this jam. Sometimes I serenade young ladies.
You
to
will?
this jam.
How would that sound?
It wouldn't sound too good. I would just be singing the hook about like the part where the bed smell like you. I like that part.
Do you even know who sings this song?
Huh?
Do you even know who does the song?
It's the homie Ed Sheeran.
All right, you're on board. All right, let's finish the update here, then we'll get your calls. 844-843-6879. The Masters has begun. Tiger doesn't tee off till just before 10:30 this morning. We'll obviously keep you abreast of his play between now and 1 o'clock when we get off the air. But in the meantime, your calls are coming up in a second, as the New York Mets are the surprise team of Week 1. Before we get to them, here's Michelle.
Rookie sensation Ohtani homered again at home in the 5th inning, and Zach Cozart hit a game-ending shot in the 13th to give the Angels a 3-2 victory over the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, here's why this is a big deal. He hit the home run off of Corey Kluber, and it sounded like this.
That's out to the center.
He got thwack.
Yeah. Racing
He
back,
got all of
still
that one.
going back near the ball. Gone! Big fly, Ohtani's out again. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, and what's special about it is that this kid's also pitching for them every 5th day. He's got a couple home runs now. But Chris, if you could play just from the beginning, when there's certain guys that when they hit the ball, I know you think I'm crazy, it just sounds different when they hit the ball. You know, last year, every time Aaron Judge made contact, there was a different kind of thwack. All right? Listen to the thwack when Ohtani hits this ball. Go.
You see fans stopping to see what the number 8 hitter is doing at the plate, or oohing and eyeing with each swing. That's out to the center field.
Hear that?
You got that one.
Thwack.
And that's off Corey Kluber.
Thwack.
Cy Young type dude.
I wonder what the thwack. Hit it one more time. Thwack.
That's out to the center
See?
field.
Yeah.
Now, if you could grab me any other baseball highlight from yesterday in which we hear the bat hit the ball, I guarantee you, unless it's Judge or I guess Stanton, it don't sound like what Ohtani did last night.
It's not gonna have that. It's not gonna have that same. It's no doubt about it.
Yeah, how's it sound?
It sounded good off the bat.
Thwack.
Thwack.
Yeah. How's it sound?
Whack.
No, it does not sound whack. It's not whack. It's dope, as a matter of fact.
It's thwack.
Oh, thwack.
No, it's not thwack.
From your chest.
It's thwack.
Whack.
No. You got to say it.
That's out to the center field.
Play it again, Chris. Play it again.
Bring it up from on your gut.
That's
Hear
out
that?
to the center field.
Thwack.
Thwack.
No.
That's not from your
You're
gut,
not putting it
Michelle.
into it. It's got to be like when you took the 19 pictures of yourself making the fish lips this morning on Instagram. Someone's going to look at that. Someone's going to go, yo.
Yeah.
So it's got to be thwack. You have to really.
Thwack.
That's better, but it's got to be almost aggressive on the A part. Thwack.
Thwack.
No.
I don't think that's coming from the gut. That's
No.
what it is.
You're not putting any feeling into it at all. It's like an
I don't know
emotionless
how to
reading.
be like loud.
Listen, thwack.
You know how to be loud.
No, that's not.
Thwack.
No. Okay, say this. Say, oh, God.
Oh, God.
Now say, thwack.
Thwack.
No, you're not into it. I need you to close your eyes and go like this listening. Can you say, ah?
Ah.
No, but like, ah.
Ah.
More. Ah. Pretend you're at the doctor. You want you to check your tonsils out. Ah.
Ah.
But now be like you're angry. Do an angry ah.
Ah.
No, you're angry. Someone just pissed you off.
Fernando didn't get the ice rapido.
Oh, watch this. Have you put some weight on?
Have I put some weight on? Probably.
Ah. Yeah, now go thwack.
Thwack.
But be angry. Like, be angry. Like, God dang it. Thwack.
Thwack.
That's better. There it is. All right, there it is. It'd be better if we spoke different languages. I truly believe that.
Yeah, it would. Then I'd get frustrated.
What else you got?
So the Villanova Victory Parade is today.
Yeah, what time does that start? I'm thinking about having you
11.
go there.
Well, I have like an hour. I could get there in an hour and 15.
You could be in
How you
Philly.
gonna get me there though?
You drive.
Then I got to go back to Jersey City to get my car.
It's not gonna piggyback. You. How am I going to piggyback? We're not putting you on a helicopter. I'm not carrying you there. You want to take a
could chopper
helicopter to
me in,
Villanova?
Yeah. Well, the Philly. It's in Philly.
It's
it starts
downtown?
at 20th and Market Street and moving east, ending at Dilworth Park, which
That's what we discussed, the Dilly
Dilly
Park
none of us have
yesterday.
ever really heard of that.
Right.
Even Chris didn't know where
There's
it
not a
was.
single person from Philly that knows the name Dilworth Park. It's
No.
probably got some local name like Crack.
Dilly Dilly.
Dilly. So will you go and cover it?
If there's a way of transportation that I don't have to drive there.
Wait, you own a car.
I know, but where? I don't feel like driving.
Do you know how to drive?
Not very well.
No. So why do you have a car?
To get me from like point A to point B.
But do you ever use it?
Sometimes,
Not
yeah.
frequently,
Last
though.
night I had to.
Where were you driving last
my
night?
friend just got engaged and we went out to dinner. We went to Montclair.
Nice.
So we went there, but that's only like 30 minutes. I don't really drive that
So
far.
you drove the crew to Montclair and back?
Yes, my friend and I.
How many people was in the party last night?
Me, Mika, Christine, Allie, Devin, 5.
Nice. So
Yeah.
five.
I don't remember.
We got
they're all
5
gonna come
weeks.
on.
But yeah, we got.
I got a week for each of them. By the
Nice. They're all coming in here. Do you know more sports? One of my Michelle's hot friends now.
They got to hit baskets too. We need them to hit baskets.
Did girlfriend from yesterday enjoy being on the show?
Yeah, she did.
She
She
had a good
posted
time?
the pic on her Instagram.
Nice,
She
see
loved
that?
it. She said you guys were funny. She liked you guys.
See? And she said she only wants humor. That's all she's looking for in a man. So
she's single.
You
Guys.
got yourself a shot.
Well, I
But you
mean-
didn't play. You misplayed that whole thing.
I did not misplay. I just didn't even try for it.
You misplayed it by not making the hoop in the make it take it jar.
That is true.
Had you made a
That
hoop,
was-
she would have been like, "Wow, you made the basket."
She would have thought I was in the NBA
or something. She
She'd
don't
be
know.
like Jamal McGee.
I give you one more story. We'll let you get out of here. So no, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm not sending you to Philadelphia because.
You have no way to get me there.
Well, I'm not putting you on a helicopter to go.
What, a jet?
Okay, we're not flying you there either.
All right.
And God knows you probably get lost on the way there if you drove.
I 100%.
So here's what I want you to do instead.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the streets of New York City.
Okay.
I want you to pretend like the Villanova Parade is on 7th Avenue.
Okay.
All right? And I want you to interview people as if you're at the parade. All
Okay.
right? I need, how many people you want her to? 5?
We got to get 5. We got to send somebody with her though. Should it be
Well,
Bug Boy?
have Bug Boy go with her.
He's busy this morning.
Whoever's down there that we can spare for a half hour, one of the guys will go with you.
Okay.
Just for protection.
Yeah.
So it can't be Sussman.
Not right.
She'll have to protect him.
True, but not right.
So you're going to go to 7th Avenue. You can use your phone. Matter of fact, we'll set you up with that app on the phone. We can do it live.
Okay.
All right, and you're gonna pretend as if you're at the Villanova Parade.
Yeah.
So you go up to people and say, "Hey, it's so great to be at the Villanova Parade. Yeah, what was your favorite part of the tournament?"
Okay.
Random stuff like that. Who's your favorite player? All Villanova based.
Okay.
The idea is that they probably will have no idea what you're talking
Right.
about, but you're gonna do it live.
Okay.
So hey guys, I need you to put the Lucy app on her phone, and we'll do it live once we get that all set up. Are you good with it?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
So as long as it's going well, we just keep doing it.
All right, so it's for 30 minutes, or do I have to get a certain
No.
amount
So
of
we're gonna do it live.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna be out there. I'll show you how this app works. It's pretty cool, and you will actually be able to interview people live on the air with us.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is you are at the Villanova Parade.
Okay.
You can't say like, "Hey, I know we're here on 7th Avenue." No.
No, I'm going to
Guys,
pretend I think I'm at the parade.
I'm live in Philadelphia.
Okay.
I'm here with Hector. Hector, what brings you out here today?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
You got it?
It's like role play.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good at role play.
For whack.
Yeah.
When's the last time you role played?
All right, you want to get to the next one?
No. Whoa. You stepped into it. When's the last time you role played?
I don't remember.
She's blushing. It's time now for the daily moment on the show that we call Meredith Monakovich F's Up Again. And we have a couple for questions. I believe, is this the first one for Stanton? I believe it is. After Stanton hits his first Yankee Stadium home run, Meredith
I
had
hope
a
she
chance.
does not ask how does it feel to hit a home run in the Bronx.
But for the record, I have not heard this. I don't think Michelle's heard it yet, and clearly you have not heard it. Okay, so here's. Let's see if we can, before we play it, she could either say, and that was the first home run of the game too, because they were down 1-0. They gave them the lead, right? How does it feel to hit your first Yankee Stadium home run? That could be there for sure,
That
right?
could be it.
What would be another one she might ask? Does this feel better than yesterday did when you struck out 5 times?
That'd be horrible.
Or 3, how about this? Were you jealous of Didi, and did you hit it to keep pace with Didi?
That could be 1 too.
Play, boys.
You had mentioned that Didi Gregorius really picked you up offensively yesterday. To be able to connect with one like that early in the game, does that really take some of the pressure off you, help you kind of relax a little bit?
It was good to get us that lead there.
I mean, courtesy of Yes Network. Now, here's the problem. All right, Chris, I'm going to ask you to do something that you're not prepared to do just yet. If you can go
We're
back,
not prepared to do anything you've asked for so far.
if you can go back and find the question she asked Stanton after Game 1. I know we played it. She asked the same exact question. In Game 1, remember, Corey, she goes, "Is hitting the home run here and getting out of the way a great relief for you? Does it make you feel like more comfortable, right?"
That's the same. That's what she
She
asked.
asked the same question. Is hitting a home run early in the game a relief? Play it one more time. Here we go. This is Yes Network's Meredith.
You had mentioned that Didi Gregorius really picked you up offensively yesterday. To be able to connect with one like that early in the game, does that really take some of the pressure off you, help you kind of relax a little bit?
Does hitting the home run early take the pressure off you, let you relax?
Yeah.
She asked the same exact question after Game 1.
After Game 1, she asked the same question.
The same question.
Getting those 2 home runs. How does it feel to get those 2 home runs out the way
Get
early?
them out of the way. Does it help you relax?
Yeah.
You know what helps me relax? A massage with 4 hands on my ass. That helps me relax every single day. 2 hands up top, 2 hands down low, and tons of coconut oil or baby oil. I relax and go deep.
What hands?
Like thumb it. Thumb and use the forearm.
So you want
do those long
So you want
strokes.
masculine hands.
What's that?
You want masculine hands.
The greatest massage I ever got was from a Brazilian dwarf. In Las Vegas.
Male or female?
A man.
Oh.
Yeah, now listen, I've had some great massages from women.
Yeah.
But the single best massage I ever had was a little person, Brazilian guy, at Bellagio.
Nice.
Yes, it was life-changing. Like, I wanted to hire him and fly him back with me.
Yeah.
But there's like a thing.
let him stay
like
with
to
you.
do that. It's like an Oompa Loompa law. You can only bring 1 with you at a time. If you bring 2, it's like they weigh the bags. If it's over 50 pounds, you got to pay extra.
Okay. I didn't know that.
You can't have any of that. But yeah, man gave me the best massage I ever had.
Nice.
So here's what I want you to hear. Here's the question of Stanton after Game 1. Same woman. Go.
Didi, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. What does it feel like to contribute in that way in the home opener?
That's where the stupidity began. That's the home opener. It's fine. Now, the second one we have, is this for Stanton also or no?
Yeah, this is her after Stanton. Yeah, second question to Stanton.
Second question to Stanton. We've already gotten the first one out of the way. She referenced Didi. Now, Sanchez hit a home run. Judge hit a home run as well. So either she's going to say, how did it feel? Or she's going to say something referencing the Yankees' ability to hit a lot of home runs.
You mentioned that you were the first home run. Sanchez and Judge quickly followed. Is that kind of what you envisioned as far as this offense as a whole, the power potential in those guys?
That's right. That's right. You know, that's
No, it's not what I envisioned at all. Again, if you go back to Game 1, she asked Judge when Stan hit the home runs, 2 home runs in Game 1. Is this what you envisioned?
Yeah, this is what you envisioned. 2 dudes that can both hit 50 home runs.
Did you envision all you guys hitting home runs all the time? I mean, by the way, I'll say this. It was great to see. The only thing good about that audio is that it wasn't Susan Wallman asking. Of all the dramatic things, Giancarlo, 5 strikeouts yesterday, a 2-run home run today, plus Judge and Sanchez. Unbelievable. More coming up. Carton and Friends, 844-843-6879.
Thanks. I think someone has a crush on you. Okay, who? Let's make a game of it. One of these is a lie. He's 6'4". He collects stuffed exotic birds. He spends his free time trying to save lives. Are you talking about Kevin? Yeah! He's a registered bone marrow donor. Last week he got a call. He might be a match.
He's so cute. Oh, he is. You could be a life-saving match for a patient with blood cancer. Learn more at dkms.org.
We're talking trash.
Sweet, sweet trash.
Are you an amusement park guy?
Not really. I do like water slides. I'm a fan of water slides, but this will always be in the back of my head.
I will now not go on a water slide. I don't get decapitated. It's supposed to be fun going on a ride.
I have a hard time at carnivals because I keep thinking that the guy that put this ride together was high, and he didn't graduate from high school. The nuts and bolts, he probably missed 1 or 2. And I'm thinking I'm going to be down street before the night's over.
Listen live on the FNTSY Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
If you've heard of WeatherTech floor liners, you probably know that for your vehicle's floor, nothing protects better. But what about protection for the rest of your car or truck? I'm David McNeil, founder of WeatherTech. Besides our floor liners, we design, engineer, and manufacture a wide range of automotive accessories right here in America. And just like our floor liners, everything is done to the highest standards possible. We understand what kind of investment owning a vehicle can be, so we do everything possible to help you protect it. We don't take shortcuts, and we never make concessions when it comes to quality. For everything from cargo liners to cleaning and detailing supplies, to mud flaps and car covers, the one place you need to go is WeatherTech.com. So if you are familiar with our floor liners, just imagine how well the rest of our products will work for you. Learn more about our full line of automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech.com. Proudly made in America.
Fantasy Sports Today.
So I heard the broadcast also with the Michaelis. I'm like, they're saying this wrong.
It's Mikolash.
It's Mikolash.
Yeah.
No, it's Michaelis.
I don't agree.
This has been Michaelis. That's how he pronounces it.
Oh, I can't hate because I'm Nando and everyone calls me Nando.
Yeah,
and it's like
hate it, yeah.
nails on a chalkboard when they call me Nando.
Or like Corey Parsons.
Yeah, Corey Parsons is good. Greg with one G.
What people call Jake by his real name?
last name.
People call Jake by his real name.
They think his middle name is Alan. Yeah, that's true. He's got his last name's pretty messed up.
It's true.
Weekdays only on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
Oh, you missed that? Well, here it is.
Here's what you missed on Carton and Friends.
Frank, you're on Carton and Friends. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, what's up, Carton? Again?
What
How you been?
up? I'm doing good, man.
It's up. What is up? I want to talk about the Yankees, and do you still talk to Boomer, Carton?
Yeah, what's it got to do with the Yankees, though? You know, he got that question from the Meredith Makanagovich School of Asking Questions.
How do you feel about Boomer?
Boomer and I are good. Why wouldn't we be good? Boomer and Gio are now in a... Like, when I got involved with stuff, I viewed everything as a war that I had to win. It's almost like they're reluctantly getting involved in this little war of the words with Christopher Mad Dog Russo, who's over at Sirius Satellite. I brought up yesterday because Russo made some comments about WFAN and where it is right now as a radio station, and specifically about their afternoon show, and it also took a shot at the rest of the day, the lineup at WFAN. And then Boomer reacted to it, really sticking up for the afternoon show and the radio station, and then Russo responded to that. You know, for 10 years, you and Carton buried me for going to Radio Nowhere, for being irrelevant, being on satellite, and now I say one little thing and you're very sensitive and insecure about it. It doesn't seem like they fully want to engage in it, right? So I'll give you my 2 cents on it. Number one, Mike Francesca and Chris Russo were nothing but complete assholes to me and Boomer when we got to WFAN, and I called them on it every single day of the week. And I called them on it to their faces. And I attacked them through the show every single chance I got. Matter of fact, I brought Chris Russo on our show from the San Francisco Super Bowl and called him an a-hole to his face and told him why I had a problem with him and engaged him in it, and he responded to it. But we went out of our way, me especially, of attacking those guys because I felt that they were disrespectful to us when we first started the show. So the problem with this little radio skirmish right now is that the show that's in question, that's really being attacked, is the afternoon show at WFAN. Well, you got to fight your own battles. So if you want to get involved to protect a fellow show, which is admirable for Boomer to do, then you got to go all the way on it, and let's roll up our sleeves and let's get at it. You know, when Chris Russo went to satellite radio, he immediately became irrelevant in the radio landscape. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. There's only 2 shows or channels in the history of Sirius satellite radio that are relevant. One is Howard Stern, and the other is Barstool. Now, Russo did say one thing that I do agree with. The best way to fight back when someone attacks you in this line of work is to get ratings. You cannot judge a show on a couple of months. You can have an opinion on it for sure, and the show's struggling right now, but they got to find their way. If the ratings suck, they're going to be fired. We're doing this show. If this show doesn't produce enough revenue, a year later, guess what they're going to say? We're not writing another check next year. And that's the landscape of what we do for a living.
Does your fantasy team suck? Maybe you need us, the Fantasy Sports Radio Network, the only free 24/7 Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Fantasy Sports Radio Network. News update.
In the NFL, Texans coach Bill O'Brien told Pro Football Talk Live Deshaun Watson could get in some work during OTAs. The Detroit Lions have signed backup quarterback Matt Castle. Castle obviously has ties to new Detroit Lions head coach Matt Patricia from their time in New England. The Bears re-signed wide receiver Josh Bellamy to a one-year, $1.9 million contract. In baseball, the Mets are activating outfielder Michael Conforto from the 10-day DL. Conforto will be active before Thursday's game against the Nationals, and there's a great chance he'll be in the starting lineup. Phillip Evans will be optioned to AAA Las Vegas in a corresponding move. Conforto's original prognosis was to return in May, so he's well ahead of schedule. The Padres placed outfielder Will Myers on the 10-day disabled list with a right arm nerve irritation. Erasmo Ramirez threw a simulated game on Tuesday and had no setbacks. Ramirez now will look to build up his arm strength through minor league games. The St. Louis Cardinals plan to activate right-hander Adam Wainwright from the 10-day DL on Thursday to start their home opener against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Wainwright has been sidelined by a strained left hamstring. In the NBA, Marc Gasol did not score with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 3 turnovers in 20 minutes against the Pelicans on Wednesday. It's only the 3rd time in his NBA career he didn't notch a point. Golden State and Quinn Cook have entered into serious discussions on a multi-year deal, according to Chris Haynes and Mark Spears of ESPN.com. Ryan Anderson has been ruled out for Thursday's game against the Trailblazers for the Houston Rockets. Anderson sprained his left ankle on Tuesday. And the Charlotte Hornets have made significant progress in contract talks with Mitch Kupchak to become president of basketball operations and general manager, and a formal agreement is expected to be reached soon, Lee sources told ESPN. I'm Dan Strafford, and this has been your Fantasy Sports Radio Network News Update.
Stay tuned to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network for more updates at the top of every hour.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Hello! And that, my friends, is called
Carton and Friends.
It's actually an entertaining show for you to listen to.
Oh, hello, friends.
For the first time in 6 months.
Welcome back, buddy. It's great hearing you back on the air, man.
Friend, if I may have your attention.
Guess who's back? It's the boy Craig Carton.
Tell your friends, tell your friends. Yo, just after 10 o'clock, it's Carton and Friends. We're sending Michelle on the streets of New York, but she's going to pretend that she's actually on the streets of Philadelphia. And I'm going to interview people as if she's at the Villanova parade today. We wanted to send her to the parade, but there's no way for her to drive there or figure out how to just go south and find the signs that say Philadelphia. So instead, we'll just bring Philadelphia to New York. Yeah. So you all good to go on that?
Yeah.
All right, Bug Boy's going to take you out there.
Cool.
And I think we're going to do it on Skype, so there'll be video of it as well.
Okay.
And I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks.
All right, you got it. She's on her way?
Yep, she's on the street.
We are 20 minutes away from Tiger Woods teeing off at the Masters.
I wasn't being funny. I made a mistake speaking.
And you are very excited about that, yes. No.
About Tiger Woods teeing off at the Masters?
Are you not? I'm excited about it.
I am. I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch some of the action. I want to see how his first round goes. Now, obviously, in the years where he's won in the past, he's not really played well in his first round. He gets going as you get later on into the week. But it'll be fun to see him back out there and be competitive.
All Tiger's got to do today is stay within a couple strokes of the lead, play competent golf, make a couple big putts, that kind of thing, and the crowd is going to go berserk. He is the only story right now of the Masters. He is it. He's typically the only story when he plays, and off the the golf course, he's the only story, because if Ricky Fowler's banging his caddy, A, you couldn't blame him.
Yeah.
B, no one cares about Ricky Fowler. Everybody wants to know who's the caddy.
Yeah, I saw a picture of her earlier. She's a nice-looking lady.
Yeah, well, so yesterday they do the par 3. Tournament.
Now, what is that, like a celebrity event or something?
It's not so much a celebrity event, although there are some celebrities that will play in it. It's more of a, it's almost like family day there.
Okay.
So your kid might caddy for you.
Yeah.
You give your son the club.
Okay.
There is some money to be won.
It's like Old Timers Day.
Very similar to Old Timers Day. So Ricky Fowler, who is an American golfer, I think he's from California. He shows up yesterday with a caddy. Now, Jack Nicklaus's caddy was his grandson.
Yeah.
And his grandson grabs a club and holes out. Makes a hole in one.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw the video of that.
And his swing was as smooth as any swing I've ever seen in my life.
It was actually pretty impressive the way he got it done. He got the hole in one. He got a big hug from Grandpa. I didn't know son had 23 grandkids. Crazy.
The Nicklauses have gotten around a little bit.
Yes, they have.
So they also have audio and video. They broadcast it. So when Nicklaus's grandson gets up there, they caught it. Here's how it sounded.
Practice swing. He only needs to swing about 120 miles an hour. That's a good speed for him. Come on back. There's no look at this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Go in.
Come on.
Go in.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How great is that? Like Gary Player's there, Tom Watson's there. Even Nicklaus goes, we talked about this the other day. Kid gets up there smooth as a cucumber, boom, hole in one.
Nice right there. He gets the job done. So shout out to the grand. I guess he's one of the older ones. But shout out to him. No, he gets it done. That was a nice scene.
But that was the story of the day until Ricky Fowler showed up. Ricky Fowler is dating a young woman named Alexis Randolph.
All right.
Okay? They are dating. Now, first thing you need to know about why it's great to be a pro athlete.
Ricky Fowler.
Ricky Fowler's not an attractive guy by, George Clooney standards, right?
He's no Brad Pitt.
Ricky Fowler isn't all that tall either, okay? His girlfriend is 5 feet 10 inches tall.
Okay.
Now, they dated, they broke up, they got back together, okay? I'm now looking at it. I guess she's a model of some kind, or I don't know if she's an actress or not, but I know for a fact that she models. She is the star of the Masters. And there'll be no other. I don't care. Tiger could win this tournament by 30 strokes. Alexis Randolph is the star of the Masters.
Ricky Fowler already won this tournament.
I don't know. Maybe she's high maintenance. I don't think she could be if she's caddying for a dude, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
She puts on the jumpsuit, looking strong in it. She's got the bag.
She's carrying
the bag. Looking Strong Island, right?
Uh-huh.
So while Jack Nicklaus's grandson is thwacking a hole-in-one, ain't nobody watching Jack Nicklaus or Gary Player or Tom Watson, three of the greats of all time. The buzz at the Masters was, where's Ricky Fowler? What hole is Ricky Fowler on? Because you can't talk out loud there.
You can't say dilly either.
Dilly. You Google her. And guys, can you put up a picture, please, of Alexis Randolph? Not the one of her in the Masters jump. Just hit images and pick any one of them. There's a word for it. The word is marron. That's the word they use. Marron. Now,
what's her last name?
Randolph. R-A-N-D-O-C-K.
Yeah, she comes right up when you put the...
Yeah, the number to join our show,
well, look at
844-843-6879. That'll get you right into the show. As we get ready for the Masters today, obviously the Yankees and Mets win. Ohtani, it's a home run of Corey Kluber. And your boy Gabe Kapler in Philadelphia. I'm glad it was against the New York Mets because he's handing the New York Mets victory after victory. Set the scene for yesterday's guffaw by Mr. Kapler, Corey.
Yeah, so yesterday, first and third for the Phils. I believe it was 2 outs. They, I think Ahmed Rosario was the batter for the Metropolitans. They pull the outfield in.
2 outs.
2 outs. Pull the outfield in, smack right over where the ball gets hit to where the outfielder should have been. It's a base clearing triple for Mr. Rosario, and that is also the difference in the ball game as the Philadelphia Phillies lose.
Yeah, I don't. He's going to get fired before Memorial Day.
Could happen.
I mean, every single game the Phillies have played this year, Cuz has made a decision that has had a direct and negative implication in the outcome of the game.
Now,
it's unbelievable.
Now, imagine this. Paint this scenario right here. I don't think you have to close your eyes like Michelle would to figure this scenario out. But listen to this. Imagine CSN Philly hires Marakovich. What's our homegirl name?
Meredith Marakovich, right?
Now, what does Marakovich ask Gabe Kapler after each flub?
How does it feel to lose another game based on your decision making?
There you go, right there. He's going to get a lot of that. Gabe Kapler cannot sleep good right now.
It's Carton and Friends. We are live in New York City. I'll tell you how you can win money playing fantasy sports. I'm also going to tell you why dilly is the new code word of all golf tournaments and this show. We are the dilly. Your call's coming up as well. Hang on.
Do you love watching your fantasy players score a winning touchdown? Now imagine you actually got to call that touchdown play. The Fan Controlled Football League is putting play calling in the hands of fans with real professional football players running the action. Visit fcfl.io to learn more.
Join the family at Modell Sporting Goods. Visit your nearest Modell's and sign up for our MVP Rewards program to receive insider deals all year round. Earn points on every purchase when you use your MVP card to earn Modell's cash back. It's our way of thanking you for being a loyal customer. Upon signing up, receive 10% off your purchase and 15% off your next purchase. It's that simple. Plus, new MVPs this month are eligible to win a $500 Modell's gift card. When you gotta play more and pay less, you gotta go to Moe's.
Fantasy Baseball Hour with Al Melchior.
The big story is Nelson Cruz being placed on the 10-day disabled list with a sprained right ankle, slipping on the steps to the clubhouse.
There's no excuse for Vogelback not to get the at-bats. The guy's always been known for his bat. At least to give this kid a chance, get him a few games in. He's got the confidence now. It would be nice to see. They could use another bat this lineup.
Listen live on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
The sun can make your outdoor deck and patio space so hot and uncomfortable you can't use it. But now there's the Sunsetter Retractable Awning. A Sunsetter Retractable Awning opens and closes in just 60 seconds, and it keeps your patio about 20 degrees cooler. It provides instant shade and protection from the sun's harmful rays. You can get your Sunsetter for as little as $5.99 when you call now to get your special $200 discount certificate and free awning idea kit. You're going to love your Sunsetter Retractable Awning. Sunsetter awnings are assembled in America and guaranteed to last for years. So call 800-869-5446 now to get a free awning idea kit with DVD, plus your $200 Sunsetter discount certificate. This is a limited time offer, so call 800-869-5446 now. That's 800-869-5446 for your free awning idea kit with DVD and $200 discount certificate. There's no obligation, so call 800-869-5446 now.
It never gets old.
All right, everyone. 2 truths, 1 lie.
I was going to be on The Real World. I play the oboe. And I saved a kid's life.
You definitely never saved a kid's life.
I'm serious. Last summer, I donated bone marrow to a kid who had leukemia.
Saving a life. The truth is, it's easier than you think. Learn how at dkms.org.
Who knew we were living with a hero?
A hero who plays the oboe.
All right, it's Carton and Friends. Hey, for some reason, we're not streaming on Twitch right now. I don't know why. I'm looking at my Twitch channel and I see nothing. So if we can fix that, that'd be good. Right now it just says Craig Carton Live is offline. So that's obviously whatever's going on there ain't working. So if you can do that, you can check us out, of course, on Twitter, on Periscope, on Facebook, on YouTube.
A lot of different ways to get involved.
Lots of different ways. We're on TV, radio. We got some big announcements coming here in the next couple days as well, as people seem to be very excited about this show being on and having potential access to the show and being able to interact with it, which you can do. The phone number is 844-843-6879. Now, we have Michelle on the streets of New York City pretending that she's actually on the streets of Philadelphia
no doubt.
For the big parade. She's getting herself organized right now. We're going to Skype her in.
Okay.
That ain't going to work. I'll just tell you that right now.
You don't think so?
I'm
seen
telling
this
you
technology work before. I've seen this technology work before.
Listen, I know the technology works. What I'm saying to you is that it's not going to work. That's my gut. So tell her just to Skype in now. I don't want her to wait to have somebody. I want to see live how she's doing it, and we're going to help her find people.
Because remember, last time we sent somebody on the street, they was really down in the control room creating their own content that was not true. And one thing I've always told, and one thing I've always been told, is that you should never lie to your audience.
Never, ever lie to the audience, right?
Yeah.
That's so we're going to have her out there, and she's going to be doing this, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to go really, really well. I'm guaranteeing total disaster on it. It's not going to go well. It's not going to work, but we'll get something good out of it for the show anyway. But just want to give you the overall feeling of what's about to happen on the streets of New York City. Now, before Tiger tees off, I want to do one more thing for Tiger. I've been thinking about Tiger Woods and where Tiger is in relation to other guys at his level who left the sport, whether it be injury or any other reason, and were able to come back and dominate the way they used to dominate.
Okay. One immediately comes to mind.
Michael Jordan obviously comes to mind. He didn't do it right away. Neither did Tiger. Took Michael to the next year because remember he played kind of lousy in that playoff series. I think it was against Orlando. When he was wearing number 45, and then all of a sudden the following year, bang, they win 3 straight championships again.
They go on that run.
So Jordan's the only guy I can really think of that was able to come back and win.
Peyton Manning had his best season after he came back from that neck surgery.
Great
he had
one.
His best season right there after he came back after that neck surgery. I think that's the year he broke the touchdown record, or maybe the year after that he broke the touchdown record. He also went out winning the Super Bowl. Now, he was terrible that season he won the Super Bowl.
The Denver Broncos defense won that Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. He was pitiful that year. But Peyton Manning had a nice comeback. And do we have any stories like that in tennis or golf or NASCAR?
I don't think, like, even the guys in tennis that came back, there wasn't a long period of time where they were away.
Yeah.
Like, that sport doesn't really lend itself to that and to coming back like that.
Bo Jackson, after the injury with the Raiders,
he never came back.
Came back and played some baseball, but it wasn't to the level where we thought Bo Jackson would be.
He would have been a great one, but that avascular necrosis on the hip injury just knocked him out forever.
Yeah.
This would be, Jordan's the only guy. Like, if Tiger wins a major this year, and a lot of people think he's going to because he's the favorite to win the Masters.
I think he's second now.
And by the way, if he came in even in the top 5, he's going to be the favorite to win every tournament from here on out.
No doubt.
Who's the favorite now?
I think I saw this morning where you got 3 people with 10-1 odds, and I believe Tiger is sitting somewhere in that 12-1 range. So right now,
that means a lot of people are betting the field then.
So right now we have Justin Thomas, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy, and Jordan Spieth at 10-1. Tigers at 12-1.
They're telling me that we have Michelle now.
Listen.
I don't see it on the screen here, so can you put the Skype screen up here in the studio so that I can see it?
That's Mr. Sussman take care of that.
Have Sussman take care of that since he's not doing security on the street. Hey, Michelle, can you hear us, Michelle?
There we go.
I can hear you. I can hear you. No one's celebrating the parade, though.
No.
We know they're not
The whole
celebrating
point
the parade.
is you're in Philadelphia right now at the parade.
Yeah.
So everybody you see is at the parade.
I'm trying to let me respond to people. Are you excited for the parade? He said no. He's not excited.
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so let me walk you through how this works. Everybody there is actually at the parade.
Okay.
So you have to talk to them about the parade. Don't ask if they're there for the parade. Say to them things like, isn't this amazing to be at a parade like this? That kind of stuff.
Okay.
Go ahead, let's see. And let me see. I want to get to see it.
Isn't this amazing, the parade right now?
Well, I'm so excited.
The Villanova parade. Are you a big Dante DiVincenzo fan?
Now I am.
Now you are? Go Wildcats!
Yeah.
Woo! We're
See, that was good.
That was good.
You're the biggest Snow fan,
I've been the biggest Snow fan.
Let's find another one.
There's plenty of parade goers around you.
Isn't it funny how Michelle's got the camera just on her face the whole time?
That's the only thing you can see.
Like she hasn't moved the camera off her face yet. So it's like
before the show.
It's like her modeling video. I pick a guy. Show me. Stop moving around in circles. It's very I'm getting dizzy. Let me see a guy. You see the guy? This guy. Talk to this guy. What's his story?
All right.
Is that the same dude?
Having a great time.
He's having a great time. Move back.
Yeah. Isn't it great to be in a parade like this? Are we all excited?
I'm good looking kid. Still got it at 30.
So fun, bad looking kid. Let me go find some more people.
Yeah.
Can you find a taxi cab?
Yeah, I can find a taxi cab.
See, or just grab this person walking across the street right here.
Okay.
The whole idea. Oh yeah, NYPD.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm leaving.
This could be trouble. Talk to the police officer.
Are you having fun at the parade? No, they're not. They're not having fun.
If you need to use my name at all, you feel free to use my name if that helps.
Okay.
Tell me, see,
Are you having fun?
yeah, hey Michelle,
Yeah.
give the camera to Chris
Okay.
because you're driving all of us dizzy. Now tell Chris, just keep the camera on Michelle. There we go.
This is
There we go.
101.
Talk to that old guy. Talk to the old guy. Yeah. Ask him how it feels to be at the parade.
How you doing? Going down to Philadelphia right now.
Oh,
Are you?
We're here right now. That's
Yeah.
great.
This is the parade right here.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
You having a good time? Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where are you guys? We're from New York.
New York.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Is he excited about the parade?
Noon in Philadelphia.
Noon. Here. Noon
Nice.
here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is he
So you have a safe trip.
These guys are funny. Have a safe trip.
All right.
He wants to end it all cordially. So you had a guy actually going to Philadelphia right there.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Everybody's excited for the Villanova parade.
Yep.
Everybody's excited. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go find a barbershop, okay?
A barbershop? Okay.
Yeah. I want you to go into a barbershop, and when we come back from break, we're going to steal LeBron's idea and do sports talk in a barbershop.
Not a bad idea.
Okay.
All right. Michelle's going to be live from a local barbershop after this. Tiger Woods will tee off in a few minutes as well. It's Carton and Friends, Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
The sun can make your outdoor deck and patio space so hot and uncomfortable you can't use it. But now there's the Sunsetter Retractable Awning. A Sunsetter Retractable Awning opens and closes in just 60 seconds, and it keeps your patio about 20 degrees cooler. It provides instant shade and protection from the sun's harmful rays. You can get your Sunsetter for as little as $5.99 when you call now to get your special $200 discount certificate and free awning idea kit. You're going to love your Sunsetter Retractable Awning. Sunsetter awnings are assembled in America and guaranteed to last for years. So call 800-869-5446 now to get a free awning idea kit with DVD, plus your $200 Sunsetter discount certificate. This is a limited time offer, so call 800-869-5446 now. That's 800-869-5446 for your free awning idea kit with DVD and $200 discount certificate. There's no obligation, so call 800-869-5446 now.
What's up, everybody? I'm Gabriel Morency. And I'm Cam Stewart, inviting you to join us weekdays at 4 o'clock Eastern on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network as we break down all the big games on a nightly basis. The Tony Sincata joins us. I think he's cheating on his domestic partner, but they don't need to know, and neither does yours. Forget about bowling shoes. We're all about winners. Game Time Decisions Radio with Red Heat and Rage. Weekdays at 4 on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Scout Fantasy Sports.
Kelvin Herrera, who I was invested in heavily last year, and he really disappointed. He looks really good so far. He was cheap in draft because I think people look at the Royals and they're like, oh, this team's going to suck. I don't worry about that when it comes to closers. I was just worried because Herrera didn't take that step up last year. He is a guy, though, that could be traded. If he continues to pitch like this, it's definitely going to have contending teams interested because he's a good arm that could go to the back end of the bullpen.
Weekdays on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
The victories begin in January. The Fantasy Sports Writers Association named Roto Experts winners of 2 Prime Fantasy Baseball Awards. Tim McCullough and Scott Engel joined champion fantasy ranker Jake Seeley on the mountaintop, and now their triumphs are yours with the RotoExperts.com 2018 exclusive Edge Fantasy Baseball Package. A full squad of high-profile winners such as Michael Florio and Joe Galena. They're here to help you take it all. Enter code FNTSY at checkout and join the exclusive Edge Winners Club at RotoExperts.com.
With ThermoSpa's unique built-in thermofiltration system, you simply fill it with a garden hose and your water stays crystal clear with very little maintenance.
Right now, they're offering 0% APR financing with approved credit and a $1,250 savings coupon. Call ThermoSpas today at 800-603-6422 for your free DVD videos and brochure. That's 800-603-6422. Call 800-603-6422 today to take advantage of 0% APR financing.
All right, it's Carton and Friends. Carton and Friends, number for you to join, 844-843-6879. So Michelle's on the streets of New York. We're sending her to a barbershop now.
Yeah.
So that we can do a little sports talk in a barbershop.
No doubt.
And see if LeBron wants to sue us for it. Because he claims he invented the idea of people in a barbershop talking.
Yeah, and now this is the idea that has been done in sports talk a lot. I've never really seen it done properly or correctly to where the show actually lasts more than the season. So, listen, if LeBron found out something a little bit different about it, maybe because he's LeBron, but we've seen dudes talking sports in the barbershop over and over again. How can you claim rights to that?
I mean, there was a movie called The Barbershop.
Yeah.
That's the whole basis of the movie, right?
Well, that particular movie, there was a lot going on in that movie, the barbershop movie.
No, but the idea is that...
But this dude was kicking it in the barbershop. The basic thing right there.
It centers around being in the barbershop.
I've seen David Stern in barbershops doing little shows like this for the NBA. It's nothing that is groundbreaking.
Yes. Listen,
it's not all in the family.
It's typically more of an urban thing than a non-urban thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of... It's sort of more in the black community than the white community where, you know, white guys aren't going to their local barber and shooting the crap about anything.
Why not?
I don't know. We go into a barber, we get our hair cut, we roll.
Yeah.
Whereas the stereotype is that in urban areas, black guys will go to the barber shop and hang out.
Yeah. I don't know why. I never hung out in the barbershop before.
Right, but that's the stereotype, right?
Yeah, that is the stereotype.
Like if you go get your hair cut, you're going to be there for 3 hours. You might have some Hennessy, talk about sports and politics, and roll out 3 hours later.
And order some chicken. You feel what I'm saying? But no, that's not really how it goes.
Like
I'm an in-and-out guy. I try to get in there, get out. Hair cutting out. They might be talking about the playoffs or something in the barbershop, but I don't think you should go in there and record a television show. Most dudes talking sports in the barbershop don't have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Right, but I don't know. I never knew guys just hung out all day.
In the barbershop?
And I don't think they do.
No, I don't think so either.
Like if you and a couple of your buddies go to the barber to all get your hair cut or a faded or a shave or a shave, whatever it is, that you're going to wait for your buddies because you went with them.
Yeah.
So a big conversation might ensue.
That's like if you go out of town for a wedding and everybody, the groomsmen gather and go to the barbershop together. But how often do you do that?
I've done it once. I remember I was in Indianapolis for a Super Bowl, and me and a buddy of mine went into an old school like lather it up barbershop where they do it the straight edge.
I love that.
And they did the straight edge, and the guy was brutal.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't cut me, but I had the bumps.
You didn't like it, huh?
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
No
good. I like the straight edge, straight razor though.
And I typically don't like when I'm at the dentist or when I used to go to a barber. I don't say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm quiet.
Yeah. See, the thing about the barber, sometimes. Because the way the interaction goes, you're sitting on the chair,
right?
The barber's standing over you, so it can be kind of uncomfortable depending on your height. Because the barber's man area could be closer to your face than you would.
Don't forget the official barbershop scene started in Coming to America when Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall played every character.
That was brilliant.
Sugar Ray Robinson, the greatest fighter ever lived. Oh, come on, man. What about Joe Louis?
The Blonde Bomber. Now that was a great boxer.
You damn right.
I suppose nobody in here ever heard of Cassius Clay.
We got a point. Cassius Clay was a bad motherfucker.
If a man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, he's
a bad mother effer. That's exactly right. So we're sending Michelle to a barbershop just to see if she can engage the guy in a sports conversation.
Maybe so.
She's got a better shot than you do or I do.
More than likely, yeah.
Now, something is happening here that I'm in a weird spot about chatting about.
All right.
I was sent a photograph of one of our fellow employees.
Yeah.
and I'm not sure what to do with the photograph. I brought it to Corey, and I wanted Corey just to authenticate it for me because it involves a member of our staff.
Yeah.
Corey has authenticated for me the picture that I was sent today. Now, the way this works is there's people that like listening to the show. They know other people that have worked at this network prior to my arrival.
Yes.
And they frankly thought I'd have a good laugh if they sent me an incriminating photo of a member of our staff.
Yeah.
So I took the photo to Corey, because he's been here a long time, just to authenticate that what I was looking at, I was looking at.
This is true.
Is it a legitimate photo?
It's a legitimate photo. This photo has actually been made into a T-shirt that one of our listeners had actually wore. My man Ron Cafferty actually created it into a T-shirt, and he wore this shirt in front of the subject that you're talking about at a fantasy baseball draft. So to kind of give itself an edge.
So this is not new. Like what I'm about to bring to the audience, behind the scenes, it is understood that this picture does exist, yes?
Yes, it is understood that this picture does. This picture might be a year old, but this picture reared its ugly head again.
It did.
Literally.
Now, Chris has not seen it, so he has no idea what I'm talking about.
No.
That being said, I feel a bit of a responsibility just to have it and to comment on it.
Yeah, somebody's on the train coming in from Jersey right now. I'm very nervous.
Do you think he's listening right now?
I'm sure he's listening right now.
So I was sent anonymously. This is kind of like the employee with the Mets that was recording.
Oh, this is like human resources.
Yeah, it's almost like they wanted this guy to get in trouble, so they sent me an incriminating photo of the guy. So let me just set the scene for you. There are two men in the picture.
Yeah.
One man, it appears that they're in a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
One man is a little heavyset. He is laying on his back.
Yes.
On top of the comforter of the bed, and he is not wearing a shirt.
No, he's shirtless.
He's lounging.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't a grown man lounge in his own room? He can.
Exactly.
No shirt on. There's a lot of meat there. I don't know his name. I don't want to know his name.
All right.
I don't even know who he is. I don't know where he works. All I know is that he's a heavy guy, and he's laying topless on his own bed.
Yeah.
There's another man who appears to have just jumped on top of the heavy topless guy.
Yeah.
And this guy is also not wearing a shirt.
You got two dudes with no shirts on.
Now, here's the rub-a-dub-dub. The second guy lands on top of the first guy, and he proceeds to open up his mouth.
Yep.
Oh, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where he landed, though, on top of the heavy guy in bed, is right by heavy guy's junk.
Yep.
And his mouth is open.
Now, this becomes a photograph.
Someone else is in the room.
Someone else is in the room.
Who takes a photograph of the proceedings.
I don't know if that's another topless male. I don't know if it's a female. I don't know what it is who takes this photograph, but this is not a good-looking picture right here. If this was leaked and I was in it, I would feel very uncomfortable about coming to work.
We're going to get to the bottom of it in a minute. I go back down to the streets of New York City, where I believe our girl Michelle Serpico has found an open barbershop and is in that barbershop. Michelle, how you doing?
I'm good.
Great. So what's...
These two fellas work about 2 blocks away. It's called Ellie's Barbershop. We'll get their cuts.
How you doing, sir? How's everything?
They're good. He's a big UFC guy.
Yes, okay. Who's your favorite? Can you give Chris the camera so we can see everything again?
Sure.
I don't know why we have to explain that twice to both of you. Okay. And if we can just slow down moving the camera. Remember, you guys are videotaping now. So what's this gentleman's name?
What is your name? Boris.
Boris, nice to meet you.
How you doing, Boris?
Pleasure.
Right on. What's your favorite sport?
At the moment, UFC.
UFC. Who's your favorite fighter?
Favorite fighter would be McGregor.
Yeah.
McGregor. Well, I've big news for you in the UFC. Are you ready for this, Boris?
Yeah.
Boris,
Ready?
don't talk to the hot blonde. Talk to me. Here we go.
Talk to the hot blonde. How can I talk to the hot blonde?
See, this is what happens in a barbershop.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Here's the deal. Brock Lesnar is coming back to the UFC.
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
That's right. He still is. Right. Right. Which this is a clear indication of something. WrestleMania is coming.
Like 42.
Brock Lesnar's in his 40s for sure. That's right.
Yeah. I think he's 42.
So listen, I'm going to give you a quick quiz, Boris. I'm going to give you the player's name. You tell me who that player plays for, okay?
A player's
Your
name.
player's name, then you tell them who they play for.
Yeah.
Like what team they play for. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge plays for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yankees.
My man, Pots and Pans.
There you
All right, let's talk to this guy. He knows sports. How you doing, sir?
What is your name? Raphael.
Raphael. Ah. Raphael. Who's your favorite soccer team, Raphael?
Soccer team? Ooh, I don't really watch soccer.
Good man. That's a good
job.
answer.
Good job. You do
Good
not watch a
answer.
children's sport. Good for you.
Good answer. Here we go. Raphael. What baseball team plays in Queens?
Mets.
There you go.
They're on top of it.
All right, here we go. Here we go. What team does Craig Carton play for?
Craig Carton. What team does Craig Carton play for? You don't know? You think that's football?
Football?
NFL?
Jets or Giants?
Might be right.
NFL.
NFL's right. Does he play for the Jets or the Giants?
Hey, I was close.
He was close. He said Giants.
Nah, but look at Chris is keeping the camera on himself. It's fantastic. He's getting a
The
final. He plays for the Jets. That's right, Raphael. Final question. In a foreign language, I want you to sweet talk Michelle.
So, Michelle, stand next to him. You have to stand next to him.
I got 20 seconds. Here we go. Go ahead.
I don't know, bro. You guys don't record this shit, bro. Yeah, do some bars.
This is it. What?
I don't know.
Well, you're speaking a foreign language.
We'll see how it goes when we come back from break. Carton and Friends with you an update too. Tiger teed off. We'll give you that next.
Steiner Sports is the leading memorabilia provider for the New York Yankees, Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Featuring hundreds of items from your favorite athletes, Steiner Sports is your source for the best sports gifts. Go to steinersports.com/box and shop our collection of memorabilia boxes, which include 10 gifts for the price of one. We've made one for each of your favorite teams. Hurry, supplies are limited, and these are some of the best deals we have ever offered. So go to steinersports.com/box today.
In this league.
Your first round talents are 1 through 4 and generally 3 or 4. The rest of the lineup, whatever. They're in the rest of the draft. That's fine after the third round, but you want your best hitters way up there.
I like how on the question, by the way, I said this season, how. The hi-ho. I didn't say how high. I just
how high?
Yeah.
You're dyslexic.
Hi-ho. Apparently I was dyslexic.
How can this fantasy value go?
Listen live on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
Have you written a book and want to get it published? Then call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 immediately. That's 800-955-3793. Page Publishing is looking for authors of all types of books. And unlike most publishers, Page Publishing will take the time to review each and every book submitted to them and give you their feedback. If they like what they read, they'll get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, the Apple iTunes Store, Barnes & Noble, and other outlets. They handle everything: editing, cover design, copyright protection, printing, publicity, and distribution. So if you've written a novel, children's book, cookbook, inspirational work, poetry, or a biography and want to get it published, then you need to call Page Publishing and do it immediately. Call 800-955-3793 now for your free author submission kit. Again, for your free author submission kit, call 800-955-3793. That's 800-955-3793. Your road to fame and fortune could very well start with this simple phone call. Call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 for your free author submission kit.
It's popping off.
Did you miss us? I didn't miss you, because the first thing you did was you broke one of my pops. Picture.
I feel terrible.
I wasn't
about
even
it.
going to call you out.
I'm really checking this pop out. I'm like, it's so cute. Oh my God. I'm looking at his shoulder. I just brushed his shoulder and it literally snaps off.
I have my back to Ashley. I am doing legitimate work. And all of a sudden I hear, oh, no. And I turn around and I go, what? She goes, it just popped off.
No pun intended. No, seriously.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Have you ever wanted to have a fantasy expert in the palm of your hand? Or better yet, in the pocket of your khakis? Well, check it out. Now you can. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Download it now to your phone. We promise no weird viruses, no strange tracking things. Just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of pure fantasy knowledge dropping all over your head. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Stop being a weirdo and streaming it online. Get it on your phone. Take it with you everywhere you go.
All right, the Masters, Tiger Woods is on the first tee. His group is about to tee off. If you want to bring up my fader there, Chris, we probably can have the audio courtesy of CBS Sports. They're on that first tee. Vijay Singh is winning right now. He's 2 under par through 3 holes. Can you bring that audio up or no? Let's see what we have here. All right.
He'll be prepared for what to talk about, and then he's got his tried and true friend and caddy, Joe LaCava, on the bag. So
on the bag,
Joe's
Tiger
a veteran
rocking
as
all
well,
black.
and he'll
on the bag
keep the conversation going. But you know, Tiger's back to business. You know, we've seen that in the last few events that he's back to playing the way he's used to playing.
Tiger's back to business.
In more ways than one.
To begin their opening round, we'll take you back to the second
lower
hole
there,
with the
Chris.
Yankee
I just want to, when they're going to introduce him, and the crowd's going to do their. It's still reserved because it's golf.
Yeah.
But it's great to have the Masters back. They're setting record numbers this year in every capacity because Tiger's there. I've never been to the Masters. I know you have been there. It's what's amazing about the Masters.
I've been to Augusta, not the Masters.
Why'd you go to Augusta?
It's a long story, bro. We was coming back from some other part of Georgia, and we was driving through Augusta, and we got pulled over, and we had to figure out a way to get the car back, and we stopped at a gentleman's joint that was a hole in the wall. It was wild, wild, wild.
Yeah, Augusta's a dump, actually.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's what they call a concrete jungle. And then inside the walls of what really is like a trailer park city is this. Here, put up the volume real quick, Chris. Is this gorgeous, 100-acre, whatever it is, 1,000-acre tract of land.
There's nothing else in Augusta worth
There's
anything.
nothing else there. It's strip clubs, bed, fast food joints.
Andrew Catalan, we thank you for joining us for live coverage of the 82nd Masters
and
Tournament.
here is Tiger Woods.
Away from the 10:42 start time of Tiger Woods, Mark Leishman, and Tommy Fleetwood.
There you go. There's Tiger being introduced. Again, see, it's a golf applause. It's not like being at the Garden and the Knicks have signed Carmelo Anthony. Kill the audio there right now. We probably can't air it live, but we did. So we won't do it again. I promise you. And thanks to CBS Sports for the audio there. I'll tell you what Tiger does here after he does it. But he is wearing all black, as you say. He has now driven the first shot of the 2018 Masters, and he's in the woods.
Just like that, we're off.
That's it. He pulled it out to the left, so he's not in the fairway. But knowing Tiger, he'll still birdie this hole somehow, some way.
Now what's going on in the barbershop?
We're still in the barbershop?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's go back to Michelle real quick. You're still in the barbershop. What do you got?
It looks like they're getting comfortable.
Everybody got comfortable. Michelle took her jacket off. She's chewing gum. Raphael's hanging out. What do we got?
My new best friend. Really nice barbershop. If you guys need a shake up, I definitely recommend coming here. They look very nice. How are you? I'm good. What's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
Good. When did you guys open the shop?
Well, this shop has been around for about 6 years now.
Okay. Nice. Do you like sports at all? You're the boxer or the UFC fighter?
I like boxing. And
Okay.
I watch a little bit of basketball here and there.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Honestly, I would have to say this. I love Steph Curry and I love LeBron James.
Okay.
I love the Golden State and I love Cavaliers. So I can't really not pick a favorite team of mine. But
Okay. You're like Corey.
Yeah, I'm like Corey, right.
Yeah.
See that? He's like Corey. He's a front runner. He picks teams based on LeBron James and who's winning.
I'm not a
That's
front
all it is.
runner.
It's called
I'm
Corey front runner.
I'm not a front runner.
Hey, can he give you a blowjob? is that what they're called, blow bars?
You talking about that? You talking about for the hair?
I want the blow bar thing. What do you call that? When you blow dry a girl's hair?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a blow dry.
Blow dry.
Yeah. A blowout, a blow something. I don't know what it's called.
Because we heard job. That's why.
I didn't mean that. You guys are all filthy minds.
Yeah.
Like, can you, I want to blow your hair out.
You want to blow your hair out?
Well, anyway, listen, Raphael, I appreciate you coming on. This is what happens in real barbershops. We talk about random crap and why you're a front runner as a sports fan. And make sure you trade phone numbers. And Corey said he'll pay for the first date. So there you go.
Yeah. Trade phone, sweet talker in Russian.
Ooh. What, he's sweet talking about Russian?
He just said, I want to motorboat you.
And see you, Raphael.
You asked her if you wanted to motorboat her, didn't you? Probably. He doesn't even know.
That's my man. All right, you guys can wrap it up there. All good. And thanks to Raphael and Boris, a Russian duo doing hair right near Madison Square Garden.
Hey, we still got a tab for breakfast, do we?
Wait, what do you want for breakfast?
I mean, cause you got lose joint, right?
Well, if you want to get, what do they got, a buffet going?
That's what we got over there. I think we should do something.
I'm happy to have breakfast with you if you want.
Yeah, I think so.
They got a buffet out there, but they said yesterday it's for the NBA people.
And then
but there's nobody from the NBA here.
I didn't see a 7-footer anywhere.
Well, if you want to, I think you and I should probably rock up there and grab some breakfast.
I think that's not a bad idea.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
We can rock it out like that for sure. It's funny, yesterday, Stan hits that home run in the first inning, and Yankee fans jumped right off the boo wagon, and it just shows you why it's okay for fans to boo. We boo because we have an expectation that you're going to deliver the goods every time you come out. Now, Stan's only been a Yankee for a week. When you hit a home run in your first game and everyone's all pumped up when we buy into it, and then you come back around the other side and you have 5 strikeouts and 5 at-bats, we wear it on our sleeves.
No doubt.
That's the beauty about being a fan. We can hate you on Monday and love you again on Tuesday. And that's exactly what happened yesterday.
So you see what happened was that first performance in the Bronx, you want to get off to a big start. Instead, he strikes out 5 times. Listen, the rest of the offense was rolling. You're the big piece. You're the big man in that lineup right now. So it's good to see things turn around. And like what I like about the whole situation with Stanton the most was he was like, yo, listen, I deserve to get booed. And he came right back out and showed why they brought him to the boogie.
Yep. And that's, by the way, that's how players win fans over.
No doubt.
When you're that type of honest. When you go, you know what? I deserve to be booed.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you don't do a good show. Sometimes you throw 3 interceptions. If you react negatively to the booing, then you're never going to be accepted by New York.
When A-Rod used to get booed, and when A-Rod was going through that stretch, when he was getting booed, you could tell it really wore on him. He didn't take to it well. He kind of turned against the fans, leading the fans to turn more against him. But the way Stanton handled it was right.
He took ownership of it, and then next chance he had, he does what? Goes yard and silences the critics.
You know who was terrible as a Yankee?
Who's that?
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson, well,
the big unit.
He had moments.
He should have got booed more.
But Randy Johnson messed up his arrival in New York.
From day one.
When a photographer wanted to take his picture, and he wanted to beat the guy up.
Yeah.
That's not how you come. You just got here.
Yeah, you just got here. It don't work like that in the Big Apple, my man.
You got to win a couple World Series, then you can punch anybody.
Then you can grab photographers up.
And the guy himself, he's an amateur photographer.
Yeah.
So he was like, what is that, a Canon 50XL? I will not be photographed with a 50XL. I want a DLR.
Yeah.
And he rocked the dude.
No, he did. I was glad to get rid of him. I'm not a Randy Johnson guy.
Well, that was when the Yankees were going through their typical hired assassin routine.
Yeah.
And let's find a guy who's a big name that the fan base will love, but it never worked out.
Didn't at
He was
all.
more like Ed Whitson
Yeah.
than he was the real Randy Johnson, you know? 844-843-6879. Tigers in the woods, which seems like it's probably apropos for a lot of people that don't like Tiger Woods. And it seems like the Masters, more than any other golf tournament, is the only tournament where the old school big names can flourish for a period of time. Like Freddie Couples at some point will probably have the lead in this golf tournament, you know? Vijay Singh right now has a 1-stroke lead, and he's played 3 holes. Tiger Woods has always played the Masters great. So why wouldn't you think that Tiger Woods, now that he's playing great golf, might not win it, right?
No doubt about it. It's a place where they feel comfortable. It's a place where they feel comfortable at. Not to mention the fact that, you know, you want to show up in these type of events like this. Now, yesterday we talked about Patrick Cantlay. I noticed you didn't mention Patrick Cantlay today.
I did not mention Patrick Cantlay because I don't know who Patrick Cantlay is.
Nah, he's in good form.
What's that mean?
It means that he's swinging a good stick right now.
He's swinging a
good
pole.
stick? Excuse me, a good pole.
Here's a sound from Tiger Woods on his first hole at the Masters.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. That's not. That's not. That's not the Masters. That's not the Masters.
If he birdies number 1, you're going to say that is the Masters.
That's not the Masters.
No, that was Tiger's ex-girlfriend who's suing him now to get out of the NDA she signed so she can tell people all the disgusting things that Tiger wanted to do to her. And then, of course, the side story of the Masters this year is dilly.
Dilly. Dilly, dilly. Dilly, dilly. Dilly, dilly. Dilly, dilly. Dilly, dilly. Dilly, dilly.
Dilly. If you say dilly, you are banished from the Masters grounds.
I saw some more phrases that can get you banished from the Masters grounds.
Go ahead. What else?
Obviously, the first one is dilly.
Right.
Then it's Baba Booey.
Can't say Baba Booey.
Mashed potatoes.
Why can't you say mashed potatoes?
No clue.
And who says mashed potatoes anyway to golf?
Exactly. That's crazy.
I've heard you the man and in the hole.
Yeah, you the man in the hole. Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Well, you know, now that Cobra Kai's coming back out, people getting reacquainted with the original Karate Kid. And sweep the leg, Johnny. Put him in a body bag.
Jimmy Carter eats peanuts. Georgia. I don't know.
Who says that, though?
But I've never heard that before in my life. Can you hear me now? Which is a good one.
Can you hear me now? That's a great one for a golf tournament because you're not allowed to talk above a whisper.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Nobody beats the Wiz, old school tri-state area electronics store.
Right.
Free Meek. Talking about Meek Mill.
Free Meek
Why would
at
they
the
be
Masters?
talking about Meek Mill at the Masters?
Well, if it was in Philadelphia, they would talk about it.
Yeah.
But Free Meek. So if you're walking around and you and your buddy are talking and you're like going from the 3rd hole to the 4th hole, man, I wish they would free Meek. Boom.
You out of there.
Sir, I'd like you to come with me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir. Yes. I escort you off the ground. And you drive like two nuts on a ticket. And you're like, why am I being escorted out?
Yeah.
You said Free Meek.
Free Meek.
And then you added a dilly to it. Plus, I heard you utter on the 5th hole, it's in the hole.
There you go.
Or get in the hole. Like, why can't you say get in the hole?
I don't know. This is I don't, like I told you, this thing is not St. Patrick's Cathedral. It's a golf course in Georgia. R.I.P. Harambe, the gorilla that was assassinated.
Right. That's like a 5-year-old reference.
I get it. I'm just telling you what this is. I'm not making this up.
Like, no joke. They're referencing, like, nobody beats the Wiz.
Yeah. Drive it, Miss Daisy. Who's going to say this anyway? Yeah.
Nobody's going to say it. Driving Miss Daisy?
Annika Sorenstam loves Trapeze.
Stop.
It's on the list.
These people are crazy. It's a little overbearing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I
a little
agree.
overbearing.
It's not really an event I would look forward to going to. Not my thing.
I would never. I've been to golf tournaments. I hate it. I have no interest in ever going again. Vijay Singh is now 3 under through 4. He is your Masters leader on day 1. Here's your question. Can the New York Mets beat a team not managed by Gabe Kapler?
We'll find out today.
We're about to find out as they play the Washington Nationals. Right now, the best team in the National League.
My Washington Nationals.
Now your Washington Nationals.
It's my National League team.
We've
already gone through this. It's my National League team.
You're not allowed to have a team in each league.
Why not?
You cannot have a team in each league. And the Mets also welcome back for their series against Washington, Michael Conforto, who for a good portion of last year was their most consistent offensive player.
He's batting leadoff today.
It's 35 degrees in New York. It's 70-something in the Masters. Golf is back, and we're back. It's Carton and Friends right after this.
Steiner Sports is the leading memorabilia provider for the New York Yankees, Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Featuring hundreds of items from your favorite athletes, Steiner Sports is your source for the best sports gifts. Go to steinersports.com/box and shop our collection of memorabilia boxes, which include 10 gifts for the price of one. We've made one for each of your favorite teams. Hurry, supplies are limited, and these are some of the best deals we have ever offered. So go to steinersports.com/box today.
Weekend Fantasy Update.
If you want Machado to hit third because you want him to drive in runs because Chris Davis strikes out too much, well, how does that work then if you put Chris Davis up first and he doesn't get on base?
I wouldn't put Davis first. They don't have anybody. That's the bottom line. They don't have anybody. But still, I'm not putting Chris Davis there because he doesn't put the ball in play. And he's going to strike out. He doesn't walk a lot. He's certainly not going to steal any bases. Can't really run. He's more of a base clogger.
Saturdays from noon to 2 p.m. Eastern. Only on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. FNTSY.com/radio.
The RotoExperts.com exclusive Edge Fantasy Baseball Package for 2018 is here and better than ever. Packed with a deluxe suite of articles from our award-winning analysts, this year's edition also features a brand new Slack channel, an improved cheat sheet generator, and our most accurate projections ever. We take you from draft day to championship week. Enter promo code FNTSY at checkout for a discount on your RotoExperts.com exclusive Edge Fantasy Baseball Package.
What's up, everybody? I'm Gabriel Morency. And I'm Cam Stewart, inviting you to join us weekdays at 4 o'clock Eastern on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network as we break down all the big games on a nightly basis. The Tony Sincata joins us. I think he's cheating on his domestic partner, but they don't need to know, and neither does yours. Forget about bowling shoes. We're all about winners. Game Time Decisions Radio with Red Heat and Rage. Weekdays at 4 on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Calling all drivers. Want a career that will take you places? Then Coach USA and Megabus is the place for you. Coach USA and Megabus, leaders in the local and intercity bus transportation industry, are looking for career-minded, conscientious drivers with a valid CDL Class A or B license with passenger endorsement. They offer paid training, competitive salary, and many benefits. Apply now and start driving to a better future. Visit CoachUSA.jobs. That's CoachUSA.jobs.
Thanks. I think someone has a crush on you. Okay, who? Let's make a game of it. One of these is a lie. He's 6'4". He collects stuffed exotic birds. He spends his free time trying to save lives. Are you talking about Kevin? Yeah! He's a registered bone marrow donor. Last week he got a call. He might be a match. He's so cute. Oh, he is.
You could be a life-saving match for a patient with blood cancer. Learn more at dkms.org.
Keeps me up sometimes, just, thinking about what I missed out on.
Here's what you missed on Carton and Friends.
I want to be there with my kids when they go, and batting cleanup, the greatest shortstop in New York Yankee history, D.D. Gregorius.
That's wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, I know recency bias may make you think Sir Didi is that guy, but do not forget about the GOAT of Yankees,
Derek Jeter is the greatest clutch player in Yankee history. I don't go back to the 20s or 50s.
No, of course we don't.
But in our lifetime, there's no denying Derek Jeter's greatness, first ballot Hall of Famer and all that. When you want to take a look at just overall game, if you take the numbers off the back of the jersey, take the name off the baseball card, D.D. Gregorius is a better all-around baseball player than Derek Jeter. I'm not saying he's the guy you want up in the bottom of the ninth, down a run, man on second, 2 outs in Game 7 of the World Series, because Jeter is that guy and will always be that guy. Overall, the full apple pie, overall game, D.D. Gregorius is the best shortstop in New York Yankee history. I don't hear about Kubek. I don't hear about Rizzuto. I don't want to hear about Derek Jeter. Gregorius overall, it happens to be a better ball player.
I feel like right now you sound like a Met fan that's hating on Derek Jeter, to be honest with you.
I used to be a diehard Met fan. But today, 5 years after I established the Church of Mets Fans for Yankees, I bleed Yankee blue.
There you go.
I have pinstripes. I checked. I went to the doctor because they were not going to hire me until they made sure that I was completely healthy on the inside. It's been a rough 6 months. And when the doctor looked on my insides, he said, "We've never seen anything more beautiful than what we saw coursing through the veins and arteries of your body." And I was worried. I said, "What's inside the veins and arteries of my body?" And they showed me a picture of it. I was at the Princeton Longevity Center. They're good people. They're in Princeton, so you know they're smart. And when they showed me the video of the blood pumping from my average-sized baboon heart through the arteries and veins of my body, as you know, the blood pumps, the arteries take the blood away, arteries away. The veins bring the blood back to the heart. They said it's the most phenomenal, fascinating thing we've ever seen. Your blood pumps in pinstripes.
I like that. Pinstripe pumping blood.
Pinstripe pumping blood.
Now, how does that help you health-wise, that you have pinstripe
That is a
blood?
very good question, Corey.
It is a
It
good
helps me immensely because imagine the alternative. Some of us are blessed with pinstripe pumping blood. The rest of you might have orange and blue blood. That's like the cancerous cells. That's the pinstripes attack the orange and blue blood, and they fight it out. But it ain't much of a fight. So the pinstripe blood always wins the battle, and I believe they're going to win the battle again this year.
Does your fantasy team suck? Maybe you need us, the Fantasy Sports Radio Network, the only free 24/7 Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Fantasy Sports Radio Network. News update.
In baseball, Michael Conforto has made his way back from September shoulder surgery. Batting leadoff in the Mets' Thursday lineup, Conforto missed only 5 games to open the year after initial projections had him out until May. The Nationals extended the contract of President of Baseball Operations Mike Rizzo through the 2020 season. Brewers outfielder Christian Yelich left Wednesday's loss to the Cardinals with a right oblique injury. Yelich told reporters after the game that he didn't know how or when he injured it. He left the game in the 7th inning and was replaced by Hernan Perez. After Wednesday's game, Robinson Chirinos, catcher for the Texas Rangers, said he was dealing with a sore left wrist. In the NFL, Texans coach Bill O'Brien told Pro Football Talk Live Deshaun Watson could get in some work during OTAs. The Detroit Lions have signed backup quarterback Matt Castle. Castle has ties to new Detroit Lions head coach Matt Patricia from their time together in New England. And the Bears re-signed wide receiver Josh Bellamy to a 1-year, $1.9 million contract. In the NBA, the playoff teams in the East are set. All that is left there is what seeds each team will have. Toronto and Boston appear fairly locked into the 1st and 2nd seed, while the Cavs, 76ers, and Pacers all vie for 3 through 5. The Heat, Wizards, and Bucks round out 6 through 8. Out west, 7 teams are battling for seeds 4 through 8. Currently, the Denver Nuggets and LA Clippers are on the outside looking in. Denver sits 1 game behind New Orleans for the 8th seed, while LA is 2 games back. Matthew Dellavedova, guard for the Milwaukee Bucks, still has no timetable for a return. He injured his ankle back on February 4th, and he's been out about 2 months. And the Masters teed off Thursday morning from Augusta. The 4-day tournament saw Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas as your favorites at 10-1. Tiger Woods was amongst a group of golfers at 12-1 to win it all. I'm Dan Strapper, and this has been your Fantasy Sports Radio Network News Update.
Stay tuned to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network for more updates at the top of every hour.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Hello! And that, my friends, is called
Carton and Friends.
It's actually an entertaining show for you to listen to.
Oh, hello, friends.
For the first time in 6 months.
Welcome back, buddy. It's great hearing you back on the air, man.
Friend, if I may have your attention.
Guess who's back? It's the boy Craig Carton.
Tell your friends, tell your friends. All right, hour number 3, Carton and Friends. Michelle's back from picking up Russian guys.
Yep.
In barbershops.
I saw that.
We all saw that. Although that guy, he might have liked guys. It's possible.
I can see that too.
It could have gone either way there.
I wonder, is Venture
None
back?
of us really know what he said.
I don't understand what Chris was doing with the camera phone though. It was like, first off, he's just standing there, and you were just on a close-up of you, so we couldn't see who you're trying to talk to. And then when he finally took the camera, he's all over the place. And then he was just keeping a picture of himself in the mirror. It's like, it was almost as if you guys forgot that you were doing it on TV. That's how I took it, at least. But you did it, so you did it. There you have it. And now Michelle's got an update for you. Let's see how we go.
Yep,
Okay,
that's what we got.
Pro golfer Tony Finau. Right, Corey?
I don't know.
Yes.
No one really knows how to pronounce it. I think it's Finau.
Tony Finau.
Tony Finau.
But I'm not going to kill you on that one.
No, we're not.
I'm going to
Okay.
kill you for a different one, though.
Okay.
I
know which one you're going to say, but I learned how to say it properly.
I have to say, if I'm going to bust the NBA fantasy guys' chops, which I'm going to do, then it's only fair if I keep it. I bust everyone's chops, mine included. I don't know how to pronounce Tony Fino. I have no idea.
I think it's Fino.
Is it Finau, Chris? How do you pronounce the guy's name? Finau.
Remember, I did the golf show. Remember?
So it's Tony Finau. All right. So Tony Finau hit a hole-in-one yesterday, and while he was celebrating, he starts like running backwards, and he dislocated his ankle. So his ankle's now all whack. Now, you have one of two things you can do there. You can pull a Nancy Kerrigan and go, oh, no, help. Or you can do what Tony Finau did. What did he do?
He put his ankle back in place. Like, went like this and like...
He went all Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon 2.
Popped it right back in.
Popped that right back in.
And
he's playing golf.
Look at that.
He's playing. He's in the tournament.
Yeah.
Now, people think it's going to be all swolled up today and whatnot. But dude dislocated his ankle.
And then right after walked off. So
goes down to and goes, puts it back in, and walks off.
Yeah.
That's a man right there.
There's
not a lot of golfers that do that.
No, they got to figure something like that. You got not a lot of NFL or NBA players that do that. They'll sit out.
Now, if you want, I don't know how this is going to come across, but we have the audio of him running down the fairway and the ankle snapping.
Whoa, don't hurt yourself. He sprained an ankle. Oh, let's hope he didn't. He's waving that he's all right, I hope.
Okay, Sean.
And his family to come join him.
Well, celebrating. Oh, let's hope he's not hurt, Billy. Oh, here are the Masters. No one's allowed to get hurt.
No ambulances allowed.
Well, we're waiting. What else you got?
So Jack Nicklaus.
So my point was this.
Oh yeah.
My point was this.
Sorry.
You almost got through it. You almost got through it. So earlier today, Michelle, Corey, and I are getting ready for the show. And Michelle likes to give me a preview of her stories for the update, which is what we've asked her to do. She says to me, well, there's a story from the Masters. And I go, what's the story? She goes, well, someone named Nick Klaus had a hole-in-one. And I go, I know about Jack Nicklaus's grandson is 15 years old. I know about the guy that Foul or whatever, Foul, who busted his ankle. She goes, no, Nick Klaus. And I go, I don't know anyone named Nick Klaus.
Yeah.
Like who spells Nicholas like that?
She's talking about Jack Nicklaus.
Oh wow.
It's Nicklaus.
You should know the dude though.
Nick Klaus.
Like, that's a really weird.
Hey, Chris, have you ever seen Jack Nicklaus play golf? I know you're a big golf fan. Do you remember days back in the 80s in the U.S. Open watching Jack Nicklaus?
He was the best there ever was.
Nicklaus was, right?
Yeah, 23 majors.
So I go, who's Nick Klaus? She goes, I don't know. Some guy who played golf yesterday. I go, do you mean Nicholas?
Yeah.
She goes, oh, yeah, it must be that guy.
A little before your time.
Well, his last major was way before she was born, right?
Probably
right,
so.
But you think like,
it was before 1990,
have you? I mean, all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 3 or 4 real quick.
Okay.
Iconic people.
Okay.
Just tell me if you've ever heard of them, and if you have heard of them, why were they iconic? Pele.
No idea.
You've never heard of Pele?
No.
Pele. P-E-L-E. Pele.
No.
No. If you saw the word P-E-L-E, how would you pronounce it?
Pele.
It's close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Never heard of Pele.
No.
Elvis Presley.
Oh. Wait. It's that.
Take your time. We're in no rush.
His wife?
No. I'm just wondering, who was Elvis Presley?
He's a singer.
Okay.
We sure.
Like an iconic singer. He had that crazy hair. He had nice hair, but it was like it was very thick and it like went to the side.
Right. Mm-hmm. Name one Elvis Presley song. It's all right. It's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Can you name an Elvis Presley song?
No.
You cannot. Nothing comes to mind.
No.
Can you name an Elvis Presley movie?
No.
Okay. Do you know his wife's name? You were referencing her. Priscilla Presley is correct. Do you know his daughter's name? She was married to Michael Jackson, one of the Jackson 5.
Oh, yeah. I don't know her name, though.
No?
No.
Coming back.
I didn't know he was married to her.
We'll give Michelle 3 other icons.
He wasn't.
Let's see if she knows who they are. Plus, an update. Your calls, 844-843-0957. 6879. Who was Elvis?
Steiner Sports is the leading memorabilia provider for the New York Yankees, Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Featuring hundreds of items from your favorite athletes, Steiner Sports is your source for the best sports gifts. Go to steinersports.com/box and shop our collection of memorabilia boxes, which include 10 gifts for the price of one. We've made one for each of your favorite teams. Hurry, supplies are limited, and these are some of the best deals we have ever offered. So go to steinersports.com/box today.
Game time decisions.
You're not a social media guy.
I don't have to. And I'll tell you about social media, too. People enjoy.
Not very social?
No, it's not. You meet most unsocial people, actually. Some people are pretty damn mean, but I'll tell you one thing. You've seen all these companies getting hacked and stuff. I'm glad I'm not on Facebook. And every single day, they got your information. We have enough cameras, and now every single company's getting hacked. I'm glad I still deal with paper money gaping. I'll tweet once in a while.
Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, only on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Hello, friends. If you want to win at Fantasy Sports, wouldn't you listen to people who have already won at Fantasy Sports? I'm going to tell you about DailyRoto.com. Don't be intimidated by the DraftKings and FanDuel Sharks, even the Fantasy Draft Sharks. The guys at DailyRoto.com have not only won $1 million amongst one of the writers, but they've created 3 others. That's 4 people who have won millionaire contests from this content alone. Don't be fooled by screenshots talking about $25,000 winners from other places. Go to DailyRoto.com where they have a proven track record of creating millionaires. DailyRoto.com. Tell them Greg Sussman sent you.
In this league.
Your first round talents are 1 through 4 and generally 3 or 4. The rest of the lineup, whatever. They're in the rest of the draft. That's fine after the 3rd round, but you want your best hitters way up there.
I like how on the question, by the way, I said this season high how. The high ho. I didn't say how high. I just
how high.
Yeah.
You're dyslexic.
High ho. Apparently I was dyslexic.
High how can this fantasy value go?
Listen live on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
Calling all drivers. Want a career that will take you places? Then Coach USA and Megabus is the place for you. Coach USA and Megabus, leaders in the local and intercity bus transportation industry, are looking for career-minded, conscientious drivers with a valid CDL Class A or B license with passenger endorsement. They offer paid training, competitive salary, and many benefits. Apply now and start driving to a better future. Visit CoachUSA.jobs. That's CoachUSA.jobs.
Be sure to check out BSO Live with me, Robert Littal, on all of your popular podcasting sites, as well as BlackSportsOnline.com. We're going to be talking about the things that nobody else is talking about. Well, everybody's talking about, but not like me. Sports, entertainment, culture, video games, comic books. We have it all. So be sure to check out BSO Live on all of the podcasting sites at BlackSportsOnline.com.
Hey, it's Carton and Friends. This is Michelle Serpico to my right. Corey, of course, in section 203. This was the classic movie that set up a career. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Do you know what the star of this movie was? The guy actually went to the army, served his country, and had a career after that. No idea? All right, very good. Corey, do you know?
That's Viva Las Vegas is Elvis Presley.
That's correct, Elvis Presley.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so that was a song.
See, Elvis Presley used to sing, and he was in movies, but he sang in every movie too.
Okay.
Now, if I gave you a song, would you think you'd know it if you heard the title of it?
Yeah.
Blue Suede Shoes. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
They're bringing breakfast in right now.
Yes.
Corey ordered more food than I could ever say.
No, I did not. You got avocado toast and spinach and
You ordered all
kale
that.
and-
I didn't order that.
I didn't order that. I
don't
eat
know who
that
that's for. It's
green
not for
stuff.
me. I know what you're talking
I
about.
don't need that green. So you had that green juice in here this morning.
No, they brought me green juice by mistake yesterday.
Okay.
I ordered grapefruit juice. They brought me kale and celery juice.
That was crazy. Did you taste it?
So I charged it to someone else.
I don't feel.
I wasn't gonna pay for nothing I didn't order. All right, that's how that goes. All right, I'm gonna give you another icon.
Okay.
All right, the icon. You have not gotten Pele. No idea who Pele is. You kind of got Elvis, but not really.
Well, I know who he is. I just don't know songs. By
Yeah,
him.
but you should know one Elvis song, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'll give you another icon.
Okay.
Are you ready for the icon?
Yeah.
This icon, Keith Richards. Do you know who that is?
Lionel Richards?
That's Lionel Richie.
It's Lionel Richie.
Are any relation to him or no?
Yes, they are brothers. So
Okay.
you got Keith Richards and Lionel Richie.
Okay.
Same family. All right. Do you know what either one of them did?
Lionel Richie's a singer also.
Lionel Richie's a singer.
Brick House.
What group did he used to sing with?
I don't know the name of the group.
All right,
I
but
thought
you
it was his own.
Well, he went on. He had a solo career,
Right.
yes. But Lionel Richie used to sing for the Commodores.
Oh, the Commodores.
That's
okay.
where Brick House came from.
Yes.
And then, of course, his biggest hit as a solo artist was. Do you know any of his hits? Lionel Richie is a solo artist.
No.
No. Okay. Okay. Corey, do you?
Hello.
Hello.
Dancing on the Ceiling.
Yep. Dancing on the Ceiling.
Dancing on the Ceiling. Okay.
Okay, you got that?
Yes.
All right. And Keith Richards was famous for what?
Singing also.
Keith Richards was in a band. Do you know the name of the band Keith Richards was in? He's still in it.
No.
No. Who sang Jumpin' Jack Flash? Who sang You Can't Always Get What You Want?
Wait, you can't. Oh, you can't always get what you want. Was it? No, it wasn't Aerosmith, was it?
I'm asking you. Was it Aerosmith?
Was it Aerosmith? I'm gonna say Aerosmith.
You can say Aerosmith? Keith Richards was the lead singer of Aerosmith.
No. You can't always get what you. Oh, so he was the lead singer of that. Okay, no, because the lead singer of Aerosmith is Tyler. Yeah.
Right.
All right, so it's not that. It's
Take your time. We have nothing but time here.
Yeah.
Carton and Friends.
Radio program.
This is Michelle.
Aerosmith.
She is trying to figure out who Keith Richards, what band Keith Richards was in, and what song they sang, and was it You Can't Always Get What You Want?
It's a band similar to that. I don't know. I give up. What is it?
Okay, she gives up. We're going to move on from that one.
Okay.
All right, Lou Gehrig. Do you know who Lou Gehrig was?
Yeah, he's the Lou Gehrig's disease. He played for the Yankees.
Okay,
Yes.
played for the Yankees. I'll give you that. Football player or baseball player?
Baseball.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're positive?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay, you got that right?
Yeah.
You have one icon right. We're now ready for our final icon question.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is the final one.
Yeah.
You did not know Elvis.
Yeah. Well, I did know Elvis.
You did not know Pele.
I didn't know Pele.
You did not know Keith Richards.
I knew he was Lionel Richie's brother.
You knew he was Lionel Richie's brother.
Yeah.
Yes, you do get a
See,
by
I'm
the
like
way,
halfway there.
You do get a point for that.
Yeah.
Because most people would not have remembered that Keith Richards and Lionel Richie were brothers.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely, you get bonus points for that.
Right.
Much like when you did the Jackson 5.
Okay.
We gave you
Yes.
bonus points for AJ Jackson.
Yes.
because nobody knew him.
Because he drove OJ in the white Bronco. All right. Now here we go. Your final icon. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Your final icon is John Glenn. Who is John Glenn?
No idea.
No idea. John Glenn had two partners. One of his partners' name was Michael Collins. Does that help?
Phil Collins' brother.
Yes, but that's not how we got there.
Okay.
But yes, Michael Collins is Phil Collins' brother.
Okay.
Who's Phil Collins?
He sings I Could See It Falling in, right?
No.
No.
Phil Collins
he's
was
a
also
singer.
he was in a band.
Yeah.
And he went on his own. He was the drummer in the band. The name of the band was
I don't know.
Genesis.
Genesis, okay.
And then Phil Collins had his own very successful solo career. His most popular song of all time was Su Su Studio.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard that. Probably
I
not.
feel like I have.
You
but-
feel like you
Probably
may have heard
that
that. Okay.
joint down the shore or something.
All right.
Yeah.
So Michael Collins, Phil's brother, was a partner with John Glenn.
No idea.
No? And Buzz Aldrin worked with them too. Who's Buzz Aldrin?
No idea who that is.
Never heard of Buzz Aldrin.
No.
Never heard of John Glenn.
No.
Never heard of Michael Collins. Other than that, he's Phil Collins' brother.
Yeah, no.
Michael Collins was screwed in there. They had a trio, the three of them. All right? They had a band called Apollo 11. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it. I think my dad had a CD when I was younger.
Of the Apollo 11
Yeah,
CD?
Yeah.
Probably.
I remember seeing it.
Was your dad alive in 1969?
Yeah.
So your dad definitely would have known the Apollo 11.
Oh, definitely.
All right?
Yeah.
The Apollo 11 Two of them became legitimate rock stars.
Okay.
John Glenn and Buzz Aldrin.
Okay.
They kind of left Michael Collins behind.
Okay.
When they went on stage, he wasn't allowed to go on stage with them.
Oh, wow.
He was like a behind-the-scenes guy.
Okay.
So when they got off the stage, they were celebrated as American heroes. And he was like the other guy because he wasn't allowed on the stage.
Oh, wow.
The group was called Apollo 11.
Okay.
All right? 1969.
Okay.
Got it? Now, does any of it ring a bell? None of it does.
No.
That's why we love having you here. That's why. Now, here's what I'd like you to do. You have your phone on you?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to call any girlfriend or anyone in your life that you know will answer the phone right now.
Right.
I want you to say to them,
Yeah.
do you know the group Apollo 11 and what were they famous for? And you could say the names of the group.
Okay.
Buzz Aldrin, John Glenn,
Put on
Michael
speaker?
Collins. No.
Oh.
If you, it's fine. It's up to you. Ask if they can go on speaker. We'll do it on speaker.
Hi. Can I ask you a question?
Who are we talking to first?
What's Lily. This is my roommate, Lily.
Lily.
Good morning,
All right,
Lily.
can we put her on speaker?
I'm going to put you on speaker and we're going to ask you something.
Good morning, Lily.
Is that cool? All right. Can I hold
Hi,
the phone?
Lily. Yeah.
Okay, Lily, how you doing, doll?
Hi, I actually just woke up.
No problem.
No
This should be
problem.
very easy. We were having an icon quiz with your roommate today, okay?
Okay.
So I asked her, for example, do you know who Pele was?
Pele?
Pele. Have you ever heard the name Pele?
No.
No,
Okay?
me neither.
She did not know Pele either. You're both in the same boat. The second icon, do you know who Elvis Presley was?
Of course.
Who was he?
He was a rock and roll singer.
Can you name one Elvis Presley song?
I can. Hold on.
No cheating.
Hold on, let me Google it.
I couldn't, Lily.
What's the song that has the word baby in it? You know what I'm talking about?
Has the word baby in it.
We're going to pass on that one, okay? I only have 1 minute to go here. Real quick. The biggest question I gave your roommate was, the group was called Apollo 11. The three members of the group were Michael Collins, Buzz Aldrin, and John Glenn. Have you ever heard of Apollo 11?
No.
I didn't either.
Have you ever heard of Michael Collins?
Nope.
Have you ever heard of Buzz Aldrin?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of John Glenn?
I think so.
Have you ever heard of Apollo 11?
No.
You ever heard of the moon?
Have you ever heard of the moon? You win. Good talking to you, Lily. That's her roommate, Lily.
Bye, girl.
It's Carton and Friends. I'll explain how this all winds itself up and why we did it in a few moments. I'll also give you a word about Daily Roto after this. We're live, Studio 34.
Steiner Sports is the leading memorabilia provider for the New York Yankees, Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Featuring hundreds of items from your favorite athletes, Steiner Sports is your source for the best sports gifts. Go to steinersports.com/box and shop our collection of memorabilia boxes, which include 10 gifts for the price of one. We've made one for each of your favorite teams. Hurry, supplies are limited, and these are some of the best deals we have ever offered. So go to steinersports.com/box today.
Fantasy Sports Today.
So I heard the broadcast also with the Michaelis. I'm like, they're saying it's wrong.
It's Mikolash.
It's Mikolash.
Yeah.
No, it's Michaelis.
I don't agree.
This has been Michaelis. That's how he pronounces it.
Oh, I can't hate because I'm Nando and everyone calls me Nando. And it's like nails on a chalkboard when they call me Nando.
Or like Corey Parsons.
Yeah, Corey Parsons is good. Greg with one G.
What do people call Jake by his real name?
last name.
People call Jake by his real name.
They think his middle name is Alan. Yeah, that's true. His last name's pretty messed up.
It's true.
Weekdays only on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Skix sneakers are taking over tailgates and alumni homes across America. Skix canvas high top, low top, slip-on, and kids tennis style sneakers designed in officially licensed college colors and logos is a must-have for every college fan's wardrobe. Fun, fashionable, and comfortable. Whether you're at the big game or watching the game at home, Skix helps fans perform better. Go to Skix.com and use promo code FNTSY for 15% off your pair now. That's Skix.com. Skix sneakers, the soul of a true fan.
Fantasy.
Are you guys going to be upset that the Pirates crowd in the stadium cheered for Moran for coming up for his next at-bat?
Why would we be upset for cheering the player on?
Because he got a curtain call. So why are you going to cheer him when he's coming up for his next at-bat?
I didn't even say he shouldn't have gotten a curtain call. All I said was that all grand slams shouldn't have curtain calls.
If I was a Pirate fan, I would be cheering the guy. I just don't know that a grand slam on opening day warrants a curtain call.
No, grand slam every day deserves a curtain call.
Weekdays on FNTSY Radio and live on the Fantasy Sports Network YouTube stream.
If you've heard of WeatherTech floor liners, you probably know that for your vehicle's floor, nothing protects better. But what about protection for the rest of your car or truck? I'm David McNeil, founder of WeatherTech. Besides our floor liners, we design, engineer, and manufacture a wide range of automotive accessories right here in America. And just like our floor liners, everything is done to the highest standards possible. We understand what kind of investment owning a vehicle can be, so we do everything possible to help you protect it. We don't take shortcuts, and we never make concessions when it comes to quality. For everything from cargo liners to cleaning and detailing supplies, to mud flaps and car covers, the one place you need to go is WeatherTech.com. So if you are familiar with our floor liners, just imagine how well the rest of our products will work for you. Learn more about our full line of automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech.com, proudly made in America.
All right, 844-843-6879. Ba-da-da-da-dum-dum-da-da-da-dum. 1969, Apollo 11. Michael Collins, Buzz Aldrin, John Glenn. Do you know what their hit song was? Their hit song was called To the Moon.
Oh.
Have you ever heard it?
No.
And they had a follow-up, a sequel called That's Lunar, Baby. You ever hear that one? No?
I don't even know, like, where would I even find
You would have heard it. They had one lyric that everybody remembered, and it was, it was like, yo, 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 that's one small step for man, yo, yo, one giant leap for mankind.
Bam.
What?
They were like a rap group?
In 1969.
1969. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Let that one sink in for a minute. Have you ever heard that quote before? Yeah, you have. At some point,
I've heard that quote before.
At some point in your life, you and Lily, while you were not being hit on by fifth graders, would have heard that. At some point in your life, you heard that.
Probably.
How do you think? Like, if you were gonna sing it, how would it go?
Say it one more time.
One small step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
Yeah.
What?
Can you cue me like that too? Okay. One small step for man. One giant step for mankind.
Yeah.
One giant leap.
One giant leap for mankind.
There we go, Michelle. Serpico. One giant leap. One giant leap.
One giant leap for mankind.
Here's Steve in Jersey.
Better.
On Carton and Friends. Steve, good morning or afternoon now. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello. What's up with you, babe?
It is. What's up, buddy? I just want to say, first off, it is awesome to hear you back on the air, man. I just want to say I love you and I miss you, and I am so glad that you are back on the air, buddy. I wish you nothing but the best, man. I am so glad to hear you back on the air.
That's very kind of you. Thank you so much.
So anyway, pal, I want to ask you about my New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
And where are they? Where do you think they're going to go in this upcoming draft? Me personally, I want to see them go Barkley, and then maybe have a chance, and let's just develop Davis Webb, and let's see what happens. But what does Uncle Craigie think they're going to do?
I think
I want you to know.
I think they're taking a
trust
quarterback.
your opinion.
Now, I think they're taking a quarterback, and I think they view this as, a very rare opportunity to be picking second, where you don't have to pick second more than once every decade or so. And I think they're taking a quarterback. Here's the rub on it. If they are convinced, and I don't think that they are, that Eli Manning has really good football left in the tank, I don't know how you could be convinced of that. I don't think it is. Then I can see them taking Barkley and saying, listen, Eli Manning's never gotten hurt. We have another 3 years out of Eli Manning. We don't know how the Beckham stuff's going to wind itself up. why not take another crack at it with Eli Manning as our veteran quarterback? I think they're taking a quarterback, and here's why. If you can really take stock of Eli Manning's career, Eli Manning's an average quarterback. And the problem with me saying that, thank you for the call, Steve, is you cannot, nor should you, divorce 2 Super Bowl wins and MVPs from the resume of Eli Manning. You can't, and you shouldn't. And he's a Hall of Famer because of it. Here's the problem with that. Eli Manning and the New York Giants, in his career, which is how many years now?
Was 15, 16?
14 for sure, okay? If you don't account year one, because Kurt Warner played much of that year, and I think that's fair. I wouldn't count year one either. Outside of those 2 Super Bowl years, how many playoff games has Eli Manning been in, let alone 1?
Maybe 2?
Right.
Remember they lost to the Eagles when McNabb picked the phone up?
That's right.
Come get them, they suck.
That's exactly right. So you're not talking about career success where every single year like Ben Roethlisberger is going to be in the postseason, that Aaron Rodgers, more often than not, is going to be in the postseason. Eli Manning doesn't have that career. So I think they're taking a quarterback. I think if they thought anything of Davis Webb, they would have played him last year. They wouldn't have put Geno Smith in for that one game, and they wouldn't have kowtowed to the public pressure of, quote-unquote, mistreating Eli Manning. Once you ended that streak of games played, who cares what it does? Davis Webb would have been my quarterback for the last 6 weeks of the season, because how else will you find out if Davis Webb can play? Remember, they used a pretty decent pick on Davis Webb.
Uh-huh.
So why would you go out and get another quarterback who's never played in the NFL if you just picked the guy that you thought could play? Unless you think that whether it's Rosen, Darnold, or
Mayfield,
Allen, that one of those guys is so much better than Davis Webb, you got to take him. And that's what I think. I think the New York Giants are taking a quarterback, which puts the Jets in an interesting spot, because I think the Jets are also taking a quarterback, meaning that a guy that some people believe is a generational talent in Barkley, the running back out of Penn State. And at the end of the day, how do you know? You don't. It's much easier to find a stud running back than a stud quarterback. And if you have a chance to get one of the best quarterbacks in the draft, I think you always have to take that quarterback if you need one. So to give you a very long-winded answer to your very short question, I think the New York Giants are taking a quarterback.
I can see them taking the quarterback. I think they trade out the spot and build up draft picks. They got a lot of pieces they need to fix on that team. But speaking of Eli Manning, I mean, you're talking this guy has had seasons of 20, 25, and 27 interceptions. This guy's an average, at best, quarterback, except for 07 and 11.
He's a regular season average quarterback. He was average in 07, too. They were talking about him being skittish. And they were talking, I remember being on the radio. I wanted to have a DNA test because I didn't think he was related to Peyton Manning. That's how bad he was.
That's a good one.
And then all of a sudden, that defense took over in the third week against Washington when they were 0-2. They have the big win against the Buffalo Bills in which their running game just took over. They ran for over 200 yards that day with Ahmad Bradshaw. And when it was all said and done, he was kind of along for the ride until they got to Green Bay in the playoffs. He played great in that game, and he played great in the game against the Patriots.
That late season win over Washington, I think it was a key part of that run was losing Jeremy Shockey. He became a better player once Jeremy Shockey got injured.
Shockey was a pain in his ass.
Yeah, Shockey, he was afraid of Shockey. Shockey come into the huddle, curse him out, tell him, throw me the football. Yep. Eli couldn't play under that kind of pressure. When Shockey got hurt, you really saw Eli at least come into his form a little bit more.
Yeah, and they didn't want Shockey on the sideline either. They put him up in the box and said, we're going to keep you as far away from this kid as possible.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, I think the Giants are taking a quarterback. I think the Jets are taking a quarterback. And the fun part of that is the comparison and the competition in New York, that Jet fans are going to think that our guy's better. Giant fans are going to think that their guy's better. And we'll get to watch both of them played out, game versus game, every year, hopefully for the next decade.
No doubt.
And hopefully they both get it right.
Oh, yeah, no.
You have 2 stud quarterbacks in New York, which, to be honest,
when's the last time that happened?
It's never happened. We have never had 2 stud quarterbacks at the same time in New York City. It's never happened.
Frank Gifford and Broadway Joe didn't play together at the same time?
It has never happened.
All right.
Nope. So now I want to finish this train of thought with Michelle because we have an update we have to finish here too. So why don't you finish the update? I'm going to get you sound of the hit song one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna play the audio for you.
Okay.
I guarantee you've heard it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay. So Jack Nicklaus's grandson aces the final hole of the Masters Par 3 contest.
He's 15 years old. Ball hit the green, rolled about 15 feet to the left, and you hear Jack Nicklaus say, "We just talked about that," and the kid had his first ever ace. Pretty cool.
No doubt about it. It is cool for a 15-year-old son, grandson of a legend, and it had to be real nice for Jack Nicholson to see that.
It was Nick Claus.
No, Nick Claus, my bad.
Nick Claus.
It's like Santa Claus.
It was like Santa Claus, but Nick Claus.
Yeah, exactly. It's L-A-U-S. Exactly.
By the
That's how
way,
you spell it.
Chrissy Bones has a hole-in-one in golf.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Yes, he does.
Is this
Yes, he
true?
does.
Is this true, Chrissy Bones?
I can't wait to see where this is going. Where's this heading? I didn't have one. You mean a legit one?
Then you've lied to me all these years. I thought you said you had a hole-in-one once.
Talk about that. No.
Okay, I take it back. He never did.
Oh.
There's no bit there. I thought you actually had a hole-in-one.
I
was just waiting for an insult. I figured something.
No.
Are you a scratch golfer?
Me?
Anywhere near close to?
No.
Pretty just. You just do you on the charity event scene. That's it.
Yes, but I'll take your money on a golf course.
All right.
Because if I will beat better golfers if there's money on the line.
Okay.
I'll always win money.
Okay.
I won't win the thing. I can't beat a better golfer.
But you can win the side bet.
But if you play a skins game, which means that if you and I are playing head to head, you just have to win that hole. That hole is an independent wager.
Okay.
So if I get a 14 on that hole, that don't hurt me for the next hole.
Yeah.
And if you tie, sometimes it carries over to the next hole. I'm a deadly putter. Deadly. What would you consider deadly? Like anything within 25 feet, I'm good.
All right.
And I'm great from the fairway. On the tee box, I sprayed all over the place, but I'm long and strong, and I have no game inside of 100 yards.
Okay.
I'm the worst. Once I get to a pitching wedge, I lose. But you want to put $50 in that putt right now? I win.
All right, cool.
That's how it
I
goes.
was trying to get a golf club in here this morning, but nobody had one.
Nobody wants to watch other people take fake golf swings, by the way. That's another thing that pisses me off. Like, you see people with the earbuds talking real loud, walking down the street.
Yeah.
That's like a pet peeve. There's always this one dude, and by the way, Chris does this all the time.
Chrissy Bones?
Yeah, this is a pet peeve of mine. He slept over at my place last night, right?
Whoa.
So it was weird. I got back. He was walking in with my wife. What are you doing here?
Greg got the couch.
Right? So it's the guys in the office, and every office has one of these guys that they'll just be like standing around like the common area or like the coffee machines or the water machines or whatnot, right?
I know exactly where you're going with
Hold on, I
this.
pulled my microphone out. My headphones out.
Well, you're going to need headphones so you can hear yourself talk.
Hold on,
I think we're getting ready to go to a break, too. So I hear Insane in the Membrane playing in the background. So
There's the one guy that always goes like this.
Yikes.
You know, there's that one guy who's always like in the office, like, I was thinking about playing some golf. I was playing some golf today.
Practicing for the driving range.
I'm like, what are you doing? Yo, what are you doing? He's like, I don't go up to you and go, poof. I was thinking about boxing today. Carton and Friends.
Join the family at Modell Sporting Goods. Visit your nearest Modell's and sign up for our MVP Rewards program to receive insider deals all year round. Earn points on every purchase when you use your MVP card to earn Modell's cash back. It's our way of thanking you for being a loyal customer. Upon signing up, receive 10% off your purchase and 15% off your next purchase. It's that simple. Plus, new MVPs this month are eligible to win a $500 Modell's gift card. When you gotta play more and pay less, you gotta go to Moe's.
We're talking trash.
Sweet, sweet trash. So there's this massive rugby player that a bunch of scouts went to look at. He did a workout for the NFL. Jordan Malita. He's 20 years old, 6'8", 346-pound Samoan rugby player. Wow. He plays for a team in Sydney, Australia, but he ran 5'12" in the 40. Is that good? I don't even know.
No. He's slower than Tom Brady.
They think he's going to go in the draft.
Where's he going to play?
I don't know.
Defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle. Interesting, man. That says he's a big boy. Listen live on the FNTSY Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
The sharpest fantasy sports minds are now available 24/7 straight from your mobile device. Download the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app and listen live or on demand to the finest tips, strategies, and advice from your favorite fantasy personalities. It's free and available for both iOS and Android devices. Your life isn't slowing down, so why should your fantasy sports? Head to fntsy.com/radio and download the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app today.
Scout Fantasy Sports.
I don't think a lot of people thought Billy Hamilton was going to hit ninth. This obviously hurts his value in numerous ways. Number one, he's clearly not going to get as many at-bats. Just do the math. If you're hitting leadoff, you're going to get a lot more plate appearances. You're hitting ninth in the National League. It's not going to happen. It'll be hitting behind the pitcher. The other issue with Billy Hamilton is he has not really showed the ability to make it through the course of a season completely healthy. He tends to get banged up quite often.
Weekdays on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
How's it going in there?
5 more minutes.
Okay, let's play a game. 2 truths, 1 lie. We're not going to be late to the party. In the time you've taken to get ready, you could have been on your way to saving a life. And I'm wearing that tie you hate.
We're not going to be late. We're 10 minutes away. You wouldn't dare wear that tie. And I can't save a life. I'm not a firefighter.
Actually, I swabbed my cheeks last week.
It takes less than a minute to get your cheek swabs. Register at dkms.org, and you can be a superhero by helping someone out.
All right, it's Carton and Friends.
Got something for you right quick.
Hold on one sec. Do you know that every 3 minutes an American is diagnosed with blood cancer? Did you know that only 30% of all blood donor patients are able to find a compatible bone marrow donor in their family? Help the FNTSY Sports Radio Network join the fight against blood cancer. Go to dailyroto.com/DKMS, and there you not only find out more about the wonderful cause, you find out how you can win 2 tickets to a 2018 World Series game playing free daily fantasy baseball. While you're at it, it's saving a life. It's free DFS baseball. dailyroto.com/DKMS.
In 1993, the NFC and the AFC, meaning the Jets and the Giants, both sent their quarterbacks to the Pro Bowl.
1993?
Yeah.
Kerry Collins?
Nope. 1 year off on Collins.
I'm 1 year off on Collins.
Collins would have been 94. I believe it was when he became the Giants quarterback.
All right. Go ahead. Who is it?
Phil Simms and Boomer Esiason.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, never heard of them.
They both played? Are you sure?
They both had to play. They both played quarterback position in New York.
Vaguely heard of Phil Simms.
Phil Simms was towards the end of his career.
That was the very end of his career.
1993 was the end of his career.
Because Jeff Hostetler had already won a Super Bowl by then.
Yeah, Hostetler had. And then
Right.
the AFC quarterback was Boomer Esiason.
There you go. So I'm going to play something for you, Michelle.
Okay.
And then we'll let you finish the update here, okay? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is how the song started in 1969
Okay.
By the group Apollo 11. Okay, here we go. I got to hear, Chris.
Back-to-back bogeys.
Hold on one second.
Slides
It's
to
my
2
fault.
over.
That's my fault. That's my fault. I have the Masters on the background. I apologize. Let me start that again. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, this is how it went. You tell me what this is. Here we go.
It's 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind.
That's how it started.
Oh, it's like when they're going to the moon or whatever.
Yep.
Can be a little bit more specific than that.
Apollo 11.
Like the first man on the moon.
The first man on the moon was whom?
It was that year.
It was 1969.
Yeah.
Was it Neil Armstrong?
Yes.
Was it John Glenn?
No, it was Neil Armstrong.
Was it Buzz Aldrin?
Neil Armstrong?
Was it Michael Collins?
I believe it was Neil Armstrong.
It was Neil Armstrong.
Okay.
There you go.
From the rock group Apollo 11.
So now you're lying. They're not.
I would, Michelle.
But
would
the
I lie
other
to
two
you?
are the rest in a rock group or no?
The others are in a rock group.
Okay, but
Neil Armstrong walked on
he
the
was
moon.
the first man to make it on the moon.
Buzz Aldrin, John Glenn, Michael Collins were in a rock group
called Apollo 13.
called Apollo 13.
Oh,
That's
okay,
right.
Okay.
Neil Armstrong walked on the moon.
Okay.
The other guys have nothing to do with it.
All right.
Okay? Keith Richards is the lead guitar player for the Rolling Stones.
Oh. Okay.
And the Rolling Stones lead singer, of course, is whom? No idea.
I know this. No, I know.
Uh-huh.
I just can't think.
Okay.
I like the Rolling Stones.
No, you don't. Let's finish the
I have a
update,
Rolling
and we'll see if we can get
I have
back
a Rolling
to
Stones
we can get
t-shirt.
back to Mick Jagger.
Okay.
You have a Rolling Stones T-shirt with the tongue on it.
You know,
One of
Mick,
my
you know who Mick
favorites.
Jagger is?
Yeah, Mick Jagger is Aerosmith. No, that's Liv Tyler.
Well, it's Steven Tyler.
Liv Tyler is his daughter.
Right.
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger.
Is
Mick Jagger is what or who?
what group?
What group is Mick Jagger with? You want to ask Sussman for help or Chrissy Bones?
Chrissy Bones.
Chrissy Bones, can you help her with who Mick Jagger is?
He just said it, Michelle. He just said it 15 seconds ago.
Mhm.
Oh,
We'll get back to Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger sang for what group?
That's what I can't remember.
U2?
No, not U2. That's
Sure. Bono's U2?
Bono.
Was it the Traveling Wilburys?
No, it was like
Fleetwood Mac?
No.
No?
No.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it
It was a rock band.
AC/DC?
No.
Black Sabbath?
No, that was Ozzy Osbourne.
How about the Beatles?
No, that's Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr.
Mm-hmm.
Not Jane's Addiction.
Was it Jane's Addiction?
No.
Okay.
But wait, it's Aerosmith. What are the bands that are like Aerosmith?
Yeah.
It was a band similar to Aerosmith.
Boston. Was it Boston?
No.
Okay. Mick Jagger was the lead singer for.
Oh, you want me to tell you?
Is it the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the Rolling Stones.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
You're gonna go with the Rolling Stones after all this?
No.
Okay. Smart.
boy.
Smart move. Give her credit for at least sticking to her guns here.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Tell me.
Was it Jane's Addiction?
No, it wasn't.
Maroon 5?
No.
EPMD.
Was it EPMD?
I never even heard of that band. No, it's a band I've heard of.
Was it the Electric Light Orchestra, ELO?
No.
No? Was it Wang Chung?
No. Rock. American rock.
Was it the Jackson Brown Band?
No.
Was it the Ben Star 5?
No.
Was it the Apollo 13?
No.
Was it the Rolling Stones?
Yeah, it was the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, it was the Rolling Stones.
Oh man, see, okay.
You did a good
and
one.
then Aerosmith, though, it's Steve Tyler.
That's right.
And then what was the other band we said that I like, but I don't?
U2 was Bono.
Yeah, you.
All right, what else do you have in the update?
So what a run the Sixers are having. Right now, the Sixers are on a 12-game win streak, the
Right.
longest streak the Sixers have had in 29 years.
Wow.
They are tied in third seed with the Cavs.
That's
They
right,
beat
which
the
is really interesting that they could get the 3 seed.
Mhm.
Cavs would be knocked down to the 4 seed, and then that has a major impact on who Toronto would play and who the Boston Celtics would play. Really, in the second round is what
Second
people are
round.
most concerned about.
Somebody-
you don't want to play the Cavs. If you got to play the Cavs, you want them in the finals, not in that second round. So, Corey, as of right now, how would it match up?
Right now, the way it would match up in the NBA's Eastern Conference, and this would be tough right here when you come down to obviously, like you said, you want to avoid LeBron James in the second round because you have to play. Even if you was to get past James in the second round, you're going to be spent by the time you get to the Eastern Conference Final. So right now, the Cavaliers would match up against the Miami Heat, obviously, James versus his former team.
Right.
And then you have the 76ers going against the Pacers. 76ers will take out the Pacers. So then you'll have the Final Four in the Eastern Conference to be the Raptors, the Celtics, the Cavs, and the 76ers with Cleveland and Boston right now.
So, right. So the point is, the easiest way to get there is if Toronto's 1, and clearly they are, right? And the Celtics are the 2 seed, correct?
Yep.
So 1-2. So who do you want in the second round? Do you want to play the Celtics in the second round, or do you want to play Toronto in the second round? I would prefer to play Toronto in the second round. So there's a benefit if you're the Cavs, frankly, or the Sixers, to be the 4 seed. Because if you advance past the first round and you assume that the Toronto Raptors will and the Boston Celtics will, who's the better matchup in round 2? I think you'd rather play Toronto. I know they've been a really good team all year, and they're the number 1 seed. I got no interest in playing a healthy Boston Celtic team in the second round. I'd rather play them in the final.
They're beat up right now.
They are right now, but you got 10 days now.
No doubt.
For them to not play anybody. Now, I haven't heard the latest on Kyrie Irving, but let's assume they come in with everybody. I'd rather play Toronto.
I like Toronto's home court advantage. I think it'd be a problem. I wouldn't want to see Toronto to the conference finals.
So what's interesting is that if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, depending on how you view it, if you view it as I'd rather play Toronto, then you're better off being the 3 seed. If you view it as I'd rather wait for the finals to play Toronto, then you have to figure out what seed's better for you. Nobody thought the Sixers were going to win 12 games in a row or have a legitimate shot at the 3 seed. All of a sudden, they're the hottest team in basketball. I don't think they're going to the Eastern Finals, but they are right now. And that win streak really started right around the time Embiid got hurt.
Yeah, it happened around that time. They're getting some contributions from Fultz now also. Simmons is playing lights out right now. Listen, they're a fun, exciting team. They're probably a year away before they move into the upper echelon of the Eastern Conference.
I agree.
But it'd be good to see them in the second round of the playoffs and see what they can do versus those big dogs.
What else you got?
The Spurs blew a 19-point lead to the Lakers last night, ending it in 122 to 112. The back-to-back losses.
Think about that. So they lost by 10.
Yeah.
And they were up by 19.
Mm-hmm.
Mathematically, how much of a swing is that?
9.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
They were down by 19.
And then they came back.
And they won by 10.
So that's like 9 points.
No, you're subtracting. You got to go the other way. You got to add them. Yeah.
9 and so 28.
Close.
I didn't even ask you that to set you up. I just figured it was an easy 29. That means there's a 29-point run.
Okay.
Because they were down by 19.
Yeah.
They won by 10.
All right.
So if you go minus 19 to plus 10.
Okay, so then that's 29.
29-point swing.
29-point swing.
All right.
Right?
Swing threw me off. I thought
so when were they down 19? I assume in the second half, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking in less than 2 quarters of basketball, they were outscored by 29 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's significant.
And especially coming from the San Antonio Spurs this late in the season. If you look at it, where it really happened was this game went into overtime also. Mm-hmm. It was the overtime period that really told the story. The Lakers had a 10-point advantage. The Spurs only scored 4 points in overtime.
There you go. What else you got?
The Ravens signed former Browns quarterback RG3, Robert Griffin III, to a 1-year deal. RG3 last played in the NFL in 2016 when he got hurt in the Browns' first game, was placed on the injured reserve, and returned for 4 more games at the end of the season.
He might go down, in the Ryan Leaf world of biggest busts, but even worse because he showed that he could legitimately play. And then Shanahan totally screwed him up when he got hurt. And then he didn't do himself any favors with, the comeback and the American flag, and he thought he was a superhero. But as a rookie, that dude had it all, and damn near led the Redskins to an NFC Championship game.
He played very well his rookie season. He was dynamic. You were seeing. This is a quarterback in the NFL running 70-yard touchdowns. You see stuff like that in high school. He looked like he was going to be a playmaker for years to come. But like you said, the injury, dealing with Shanahan, falling behind in his confidence, dealing with that D.C. organization. It all started to compound on him, not to mention the fact a lot of people don't like him. So he gets another shot, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
He's not going to play. He's getting a shot.
Let me tell you something. He might be better than Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco stinks now.
He's not better than Joe Flacco. He can't play anymore. And it said now it's on reputation and name. But listen, for him, good for him. He's still in the league. He's still going to make 7 figures. And he gets to put some money in the bank. Tiger Woods right now is even par through 4. The leader is at -2. Some guy named Leishman.
Mark Leishman.
Is it Leishman?
Yeah, I told you. I did the golf show. I know this.
It's Leishman.
It's Mark Leishman.
Nobody ever heard of him anyway. Leishman. Which is, so there you go. I made a mistake. It's not Leishman. It's Leishman.
Yeah.
but I do know who JaVale McGee is.
Yes, you do know who JaVale McGee is.
Right. Has anybody yelled dilly dilly yet?
Dilly
dilly.
dilly.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. Tiger Woods' drive on 5 is pure and right down the fairway.
Free Meek.
Free Meek. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. And give us the last story of the day, and then we'll let you get out of here.
The Nationals have announced that they've signed general manager Mike Rizzo to a 2-year extension that will keep him with the team through 2020. This announcement comes hours before their home opener today and keeps Rizzo's contract status from being an ongoing issue this season.
When are they going to win something?
I don't think it was that big of a public issue. It didn't affect the players at all. It ain't like the manager resigning or a player resigning. But he's put together a very good team now. Here's the deal. At some point, that team's got to get to a World Series. Forget about winning one. They got to get there. They haven't done that yet. More coming up. It's Masters Thursday. We'll get your calls, 844-843-6879.
Do you love watching your fantasy players score a winning touchdown? Now imagine you actually got to call that touchdown play. The Fan Controlled Football League is putting play calling in the hands of fans with real professional football players running the action. Visit fcfl.io to learn more.
BSO Live. Bomani Jones of ESPN. Do you feel like the podcast gives you a little more freedom to kind of delve away from just the sports topics?
Look at the things that happen in the world that is so big that not even we in the sports world are able to avoid stuff. But this is primarily going to be a sports podcast, and I'm a guy who does a sports podcast who also talks about a bunch of other stuff. So the other stuff, in one way or another, is going to find its way in there, but I'm not going to force it.
Find the BSO Live podcast on blacksportsonline.com or on any popular podcast provider.
Reason number 12 why you should own a ThermoSpa's hot tub? They require no attachment to your home's plumbing. Thanks to the ThermoSpa's unique built-in thermofiltration system that filters the water an incredible 144 times a day, you simply fill it with a garden hose and your water stays crystal clear with very little maintenance.
Call to receive your free DVD videos and brochure and find out how you can own a ThermoSpa's hot tub for only a few dollars a day. Right now, they're offering 0% APR financing with approved credit and a $1,250 savings coupon, including free delivery, free chemicals, and a cash discount. And with models starting at $4,995, there will never be a better time to own a ThermoSpa's hot tub. So call now and ask about this limited time offer. Call ThermoSpa's today at 800-625-4922 for your free DVD videos and brochure. That's 800-625-4922. ThermoSpa's, hot tubs designed to improve your life. Call 800-625-4922 today to take advantage of 0% APR financing.
Game time decisions.
The media in today's day and age, the society that we live in now, is look what this guy did. Oh, look, Odell Beckham smoking a blunt. Oh, Michael Phelps smoking a bong. Oh, Serena Williams said this about somebody. Popovich said this about Trump. Trump said this about someone. It's a snowflake era right now in which people wake up every day looking to about something and put somebody down.
Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, only on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Why pay high rake when you can play daily fantasy baseball and pay half the rake on Fantasy Draft? Featuring half the rake GPP and head-to-head contests, exclusive VIP experiences, and the most flexible lineup structures in the game. Fantasy Draft is the only DFS site that puts players first. They're also the only site to offer 6 of 7 PGA scoring, dropping your lowest golfer's score. Register today with the code FNTSY for a free $4 entry into a guaranteed winner contest in the sport of your choice. Fantasy Draft, daily fantasy on a level playing field.
The Fan-Controlled Football League is making fantasy football a reality. Like a real-life version of Madden, fans will vote on all personnel decisions and play calls in real time, and what the fans say goes. Visit fcfl.io to learn more. The FCFL, where you're in control.
Yep, I'm real sorry I missed that.
Here's what you missed on Carton and Friends.
844-843-6879. A dilly dilly. One of the phrases that'll get you kicked out of the Masters this year. Which, by the way, I never bought into that.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rory McIlroy recently had a fan kicked out of a tournament because the fan yelled his wife's name right after he hit the ball.
Yeah.
So it was like, flag, go Susie!
Yeah.
Whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
Hey, leave me alone. That guy right there said my wife's name. Get his ass out of here.
Justin Thomas had a rowdy fan ejected during the Honda Classic. Sergio Garcia had a fan toss from the Dell Technologies Match Play Tournament. And we have seen Tiger Woods frequently when he's getting ready to go to a backswing and cameras start clicking, stopping the backswing because it's distracting. Get in the hole! Get in the hole! That's another big thing. They chant loud. It's in the hole. Get in the hole. Ho.
Imagine Duke, North Carolina, late.
Yeah, that was my point.
Late in the season. You're at Cameron Indoor, and North Carolina Tar Heels go to the line, and you tell everybody to be quiet. Come on, that makes no sense.
Not just that. You don't have to not only be quiet. They'll hold up pictures of half-naked girls. They wave the sticks at you. They do the wave.
They had a dude pretending to give birth to another student.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Did you ever see the one where they'll make it like they're in a boat and the whole thing is like an uncontrollable wave?
Yeah.
And the dude's up there like getting vertigo. Meanwhile, if you're a golfer, you can't even say, "You're the man."
You in complete silence. I don't get it. But you want us to respect you as athletes.
Right. That's
crazy.
Very. That's why I said there should be one tournament a year where fans are allowed to heckle.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying like, "Hey, you the man," or "It's in the hole." Like as Tiger's taking the backswing, "Hey, you bang any flapjacks?" We have exclusive audio. This is why I like doing this show. From time to time, our reporters find things that no one else can get. You asked about, or you told us about Tiger and the ex-girlfriend and the NDA. And what would she be embarrassed about?
Pictures surfacing.
Of him hitting golf balls off of her ass.
Well, do we know that for sure?
Exclusive to Carton and Friends.
Jacket, remember?
Here's the exclusive story. Listen.
Oh, wow.
Oh. They recorded it. Tiger recorded it, and we got a hold of it.
How about that?
Dilly.
That's a pretty hard swing, too.
I guess she was on, butt was in the air. There's a tee coming out of her buttocks. And the ball was on the tee.
And you heard Tiger swing.
And can you just play the beginning of it again, Chris, so we can hear exactly what it sounded like? I don't know if they have, like, in a certain order.
Oh, wow.
Dilly.
Dilly.
It's a hole in one. Or maybe two.
Or maybe three.
Does your fantasy team suck? Maybe you need us, the Fantasy Sports Radio Network, the only free 24/7 Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Fantasy Sports Radio Network. News update.
In the NFL, Texans coach Bill O'Brien told Pro Football Talk Live Deshaun Watson could get in some work during OTAs. The Detroit Lions have signed backup quarterback Matt Castle. Castle obviously has ties to new Detroit Lions head coach Matt Patricia from their time in New England. The Bears re-signed wide receiver Josh Bellamy to a one-year, $1.9 million contract. In baseball, the Mets are activating outfielder Michael Conforto from the 10-day DL. Conforto will be active before Thursday's game against the Nationals, and there's a great chance he'll be in the starting lineup. Phillip Evans will be optioned to AAA Las Vegas in a corresponding move. Conforto's original prognosis was to return in May, so he's well ahead of schedule. The Padres placed outfielder Will Myers on the 10-day disabled list with a right arm nerve irritation. Erasmo Ramirez threw a simulated game on Tuesday and had no setbacks. Ramirez now will look to build up his arm strength through minor league games. The St. Louis Cardinals plan to activate right-hander Adam Wainwright from the 10-day DL on Thursday to start their home opener against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Wainwright has been sidelined by a strained left hamstring. In the NBA, Marc Gasol did not score with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 3 turnovers in 20 minutes against the Pelicans on Wednesday. It's only the 3rd time in his NBA career he didn't notch a point. Golden State and Quinn Cook have entered into serious discussions on a multi-year deal. According to Chris Haynes and Mark Spears of ESPN.com, Ryan Anderson has been ruled out for Thursday's game against the Trailblazers for the Houston Rockets. Anderson sprained his left ankle on Tuesday. And the Charlotte Hornets have made significant progress in contract talks with Mitch Kupchak to become president of basketball operations and general manager, and a formal agreement is expected to be reached soon, Lee sources told ESPN. I'm Dan Strafford, and this has been your Fantasy Sports Radio Network News Update.
Stay tuned to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network for more updates at the top of every hour.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Hello! And that, my friends, is called
Carton and Friends.
It's actually an entertaining show for you to listen to.
Oh, hello, friends.
For the first time in 6 months.
Welcome back, buddy. It's great hearing you back on the air, man.
Friend, if I may have your attention.
Guess who's back? It's the boy Craig Carton.
Tell your friends, tell your friends.
Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Yeah. Just after 12 o'clock, Carton and Friends. Come get some. 844-843-6879. The Dilly shirts are ready. Want to see it?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. There you go.
Yay!
I've had the Dilly shirts made, and they're going to be Ubered here.
All right, cool.
So I guess we'll keep them for
tomorrow.
Dilly.
Dilly.
I could probably get them here by 1 o'clock today, but we'll rock them out tomorrow on the show. Feel free to get ready to enjoy that, and you can doctor yours up and make it look better.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably
do whatever you do.
Whatever you do to make it look jazzy, baby.
Okay.
We gonna like that.
They said that nobody showed up for this Villanova parade, which you kind of feel bad for the kids of Villanova, right?
They had off school too.
They're not in school right now. They're probably comparing it to the Eagles parade though.
And they're not. You can't even make that comparison.
No, that was off the charts. It was overrated as far as how many people they said were really there.
Yeah.
There weren't like 9 million people there. But I'm looking right now at video of the Villanova parade, okay? Let me just take a quick look here. It's funny, it looked like there was a decent amount of people there for it, but they're comparing it to the Eagles parade. So how could you possibly make that comparison?
Not fair. Not fair. The Eagles have never won anything, and then you have.
You couldn't even walk.
Yeah,
you were like this, but it was
Villanova just won a chip a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like Villanova was favored this
Plus,
year.
it's still a lot of people think, especially in inner city Philadelphia or North Philly or West Philly, it's a temple town.
Yeah, I don't get that though.
Because Temple's in the city.
I feel you, but if it's a part of the Big Five, that should be celebrated as a Philadelphia championship.
I'll tell you why. If Iona College won March Madness, won the tournament, and they had a parade down the Canyon of Heroes, it would not be that big a deal. And that's Iona to New York City.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
It's kind of like, what Villanova is from a where are you standpoint.
I can see that.
Like if St. John's won the national title, there'd be mayhem.
In the streets, in the Canyon of Heroes.
100%.
Because it's a school in the city.
Because we have it's a city school, it's in the boroughs. And there's an ownership we have of St. John's basketball.
All right, so what other
If Seton Hall won it, we wouldn't give a damn.
That's New Jersey.
But I'm saying, Seton Hall is in New York. Rutgers is essentially New York
No
Metro. Iona's New York Metro. Villanova's kind of like that. They're not St. John's.
It's like the Philly cats who say that Kobe Bryant is not from Philadelphia.
Well, and he is Lower Merion, right?
Yeah.
So, but like you've St. Joe's, you got Drexel. There's other schools that the city of Philadelphia takes ownership of more so
than Villanova.
I think so, more so than Villanova. And also Villanova represents the kind of blue blood, mainline, bougie,
private
horse
school
ownership.
Yeah.
Probably was had slaves back in the 1600s. Bad people type of thing. Very blue blood, white collar, snippety type of person.
Yeah, Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi. Hello, friends.
Yeah.
Mimi. So they're saying that the parade, which I guess started about maybe a half hour ago,
11.
45 minutes ago. They were going to try to make speeches by 11:45. I'm trying to find the
that
video
guy
of
was
it.
headed there outside, remember?
The guy was that you tried to interview the old guy outside Penn Station, huh?
And he was literally heading down there.
Here, I'm looking at it right now. Okay.
You got a live feed?
I got a live feed right now, and like I said, I thought there was people there, but they're doing everything in comparison to the Eagles. So there's some guys making a speech right now. I wonder how your boy DiVincenzo is going to be greeted after the whole N-bomb stuff.
I don't think they're going to care.
I don't think they're going to care either.
I think
they're
going to be just fine.
They're going to be taking their.
The other thing you have to remember is that for some reason,
I like that.
Americans like parades.
Yeah.
We like parades and we like fireworks. Very big on that. In Philadelphia, more than any city I've ever lived in.
Oh, yeah.
They love their fireworks. If you do a firework Wednesday, they're out like German tourists in Times Square going, oh, look again. It blew out the building. Look at the building. It's a bigger building. You know what I mean? You light stuff off. Excuse me. You explode things. Like you go have an M80 party in Philly, and 1,000 people are gonna show up to look at it.
Yeah.
They love fireworks there, man.
I wonder what it is. Is it something like to do with the liberty and
I think it's because they're like cavemen still.
I can see that.
It's
being a
almost
part
like
of
the
it, too.
first time a caveman saw fire. He was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, fire, ah. Next thing you know, he's got marshmallows. He's roasting a T-Rex in that thing.
He's showing Jane.
He's like, he's banging Jane by the fireplace. The fire doesn't go out. He becomes like the most popular dude in town. Oh,
E-A-G-L-E-S.
Oh, eagle. Oh, the eagles. That's what it's like in there.
Yeah.
I know you probably love fireworks.
Yeah.
See?
I do.
I know. You guys are all
You
the
like
same.
fireworks like that? Like, did you go out to watch that? Somebody knock on the door. Oh, okay.
Do I
I
go
thought I heard
out
somebody knock on the door. I'm sorry.
and shoot them myself?
Do you go out and watch? No, do you go out like to the water and watch them?
yeah, I
okay,
do.
that's cool. That's what's up.
844-843-6879. If you're on hold, I apologize. I'll get to you in a second. Plenty of time to chat. It's Carton and Friends. Oh. Fire. Oh.
Steiner Sports is the leading memorabilia provider for the New York Yankees, Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Featuring hundreds of items from your favorite athletes, Steiner Sports is your source for the best sports gifts. Go to steinersports.com/box and shop our collection of memorabilia boxes, which include 10 gifts for the price of one. We've made one for each of your favorite teams. Hurry, supplies are limited, and these are some of the best deals we have ever offered. So go to steinersports.com/box today.
Have you written a book and want to get it published? Then call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 immediately. That's 800-955-3793. Page Publishing is looking for authors of all types of books. And unlike most publishers, Page Publishing will take the time to review each and every book submitted to them and give you their feedback. If they like what they read, they'll get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, the Apple iTunes Store, Barnes & Noble, and other outlets. They handle everything: editing, cover design, copyright protection, printing, publicity, and distribution. So if you've written a novel, children's book, cookbook, inspirational work, poetry, or a biography and want to get it published, then you need to call Page Publishing and do it immediately. Call 800-955-3793 now for your free author submission kit. Again, for your free author submission kit, call 800-955-3793. That's 800-955-3793. Your road to fame and fortune could very well start with this simple phone call. Call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 for your free author submission kit.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
What's up, everybody? I'm Gabriel Morency. And I'm Cam Stewart. Inviting you to join us weekdays at 4 o'clock Eastern on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network as we break down all the big games on a nightly basis. The Tony Sincata joins us. I think he's cheating on his domestic partner, but they don't need to know, and neither does yours. Forget about bowling shoes. We're all about winners. Game Time Decisions Radio with Red Heat and Rage. Weekdays at 4 on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Skix sneakers are taking over tailgates and alumni homes across America. Skix canvas high top, low top, slip-on, and kids tennis style sneakers designed in officially licensed college colors and logos is a must-have for every college fan's wardrobe. Fun, fashionable, and comfortable. Whether you're at the big game or watching the game at home, Skix helps fans perform better. Go to Skix.com and use promo code FNTSY for 15% off your pair now. That's Skix.com. Skix sneakers, the soul of a true fan.
All right, we're back. Carton and Friends. Let me take some calls here, and then we'll get back to Michelle's update. From Toronto, we have Mike. Mike, you're on with Carton and Friends. Good afternoon. Spank, how you doing?
Oh, yeah. Doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing great, stud. What's cooking?
Okay, I got 2 questions. My first question is for Michelle. Michelle, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, 25.
Hold on, time out. Before you do this, if you're attempting to embarrass my partner in crime here and friend and co-worker, I will not have it on my watch, sir.
Okay.
But go right ahead and let's see how it goes.
It won't go too bad. 25.
25.
Plus.
Yeah, plus.
25.
25
50.
plus 25. Yes.
Minus 25.
Yes. See, and that's
What's
the
the
point.
answer?
25.
She just told you 25.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Your
Good job.
attempt to
Okay.
embarrass my friend
No embarrassment, sir.
is sad
Very good.
and disrespectful, sir.
No, sir. It's not an embarrassment. Come on.
Yes,
Now, my
and
next question-
if you're going to try to embarrass any of us, do better than that, dude.
Okay, here's my question to you. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I need you to answer this question like Susan Waldman, though.
All right.
You haven't done that in a while. Okay, listen. Do you actually think that the Yankees have a better starting rotation than the Blue Jays?
Of all the dramatic things, 2 stupid questions from Canada. I wish Dave Winfield could go back there and kill another one of your birds. I do not think the Yankees have the best starting rotation. I never said they did. I think the Mets starting rotation is better than the Yankees. I think the Nationals starting rotation is better than the Yankees. I am not familiar enough with Toronto's. I'll go to Corey on that one. Is the Blue Jays starting rotation, in your opinion, better than the Yankees on paper?
Not really. The Blue Jays really don't have no studs in their
See, the bullpens, no one's going to argue the Yankees have it, although the bullpen has not played well yet.
so far.
Their bullpen will hit their stride, and I think will be dominant. But as far as that goes, no one on this show has ever once enumerated how the Yankees starting rotation is going to be or is dominant.
Never.
And don't ever call the show again and try to insult my friend. Because if you're going to do it, you got to do a lot better than that.
For me too.
Silly mathematical questions that
25.
no one cares to hear or answer. How dare you? It's not like you said to Michelle, what's the square root of 9 times 0 plus
That's
1?
difficult right there.
That'd be a tougher one to answer.
Yeah, the square root of 9 that was 3 times 9 is 27 plus 1, 28. You said, right?
Why? That was not the question.
Oh.
I said, what's the square root of 9 times 0 plus 1?
0.
No.
1.
Yes.
1. That was good though.
That was much. You were on the.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I know the square root of 9.
There you go. Did you take your SATs or no?
I did.
You did. What did you get in your SATs?
I think I scored average because they changed the system.
They changed now. It's out of 1,600 again.
Yeah, out of 1,600, I think I was like 12 or 11.
Oh, that's not
100?
average. That's good.
It's good.
Yeah, for real.
It's above average. I get into college.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got into college.
Where'd you go?
William Patterson.
Oh, it's right. It's a music college.
Yeah.
Jersey.
It's weird that you go to William Patterson. Like you don't want to stay. You want to stay in Jersey.
Yeah.
You're not looking to go far from home.
No.
Why not Princeton?
I would not have gotten into Princeton.
Why not? You got 1,200 on your SATs.
Yeah, but I
you're
mean-
from Jersey. You're in state.
Yeah.
You know, you play instruments and stuff.
Yeah, play that flute.
You play the
That's what you
skin
told us
flute
last root.
at
That's what
William
you told us
Patterson.
last-
I
make
said
that
no
up.
skin.
Oh, you said
Just the flute itself.
just the flute.
Yes. How about the pan flute?
I played the pan flute.
You play the pan flute. You and Zamfir play the pan flute. Here's Joe in Jersey on with Carton and Friends. Joe, good morning. How are you, sir?
What's going on, Craigie?
Doing good,
I
man.
have 2 questions.
Yeah.
One for you, one for Corey. But first, I want to say, how dare you not remember Boomer and Phil Simms being the quarterbacks
Were they
in New York?
in
That
New
is
York?
Terrible.
They quarterbacked in New York?
One season.
Huh. I'd have to go back
Corey
and check
brought
the
it up.
annals out.
I tweeted it to you guys. Corey brought it up. I can't believe you did that. Boomer should go to your house and punch you in the face for that. I can't believe you. The one question is
You're
for Corey.
suggesting to me that Boomer Esiason and Phil Simms were New York quarterbacks?
Oh, God. Anyway, Corey.
Yo.
Do you think the Cowboys are going to release Des Bryant?
No. They're not going to release Des Bryant and start the season with Allen Hurns and Terrence Williams and Cole Beasley. I think Des Bryant may be forced to take a little bit of a pay cut this year. They'll get it back to him on the back end as a team ambassador or something like that. And then I think Des Bryant rebounds and have a big season. So I don't think they release Des Bryant. But I do think a pay cut needs to be something they need to discuss with him.
Thanks for the call, Joe. Appreciate it, buddy. 844-843-6879.
They got to get ready to pay their quarterback, too.
That's right. He's one of the most underpaid guys based on production there is in the league. But that's how it goes.
Doesn't even make $1 million.
You go 3-4 years, and then you're going to get paid. Every player's gone through it, and Dak's no different.
This is when you should win, though. Seattle won when they had their quarterback under that contract.
Exactly right.
This is when you got to win.
Because you ain't paid the quarterback, there's plenty of money to pay everybody else.
Exactly.
Because he's going to get $18-20 million,
Yep.
assuming his career path continues to go in the direction it started off in, and that means you're going to have to release 2 or 3 guys.
Yep.
So if you can't figure out how to win now, believe it or not, you would think it's kind of counterintuitive. It gets harder, not easier.
No, because you start missing pieces, mainly on your offensive line. That's where you get hit first, and then that's how the whole thing starts to come.
It
crumble.
seems brighter where you are today.
Yeah,
no? I sense it's brighter.
They turned the light. Yeah. The light is off, but my lighting is the best that it's been since we've started.
It seems like it's much brighter. Maybe you showered or something. I don't know.
Maybe this is a new light right here.
Not sure. John's in Livingston. Carton and Friends. John, what do you got?
Hey, guys. So, you guys are throwing a lot of questions at Michelle.
That's right.
The last caller called, had a question for her. It can get confusing.
Sure.
Michelle, besides the obvious, right?
Yes.
Do you know what a boner is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, hold on. It's a fair question. Besides the obvious, what is a boner?
An erection.
That's the obvious.
Yeah.
He's saying beyond the obvious.
Oh.
We all know what a boner is.
Oh.
What is a boner, but not the obvious one?
I don't know.
No? Put up my fader, Chris. You're not sure?
No.
Uh-huh. No idea? No idea at all? Why does that keep happening? I apologize. My things are going all crazy here. Beyond the obvious, what is a boner?
I have no idea.
A boner is a mistake.
Oh, that's weird. I've never called a mistake that.
You never like, gosh, I committed such a boner today at work.
Yeah.
No?
It's different.
By the way, for the record, nobody else has either. Maybe back in like 1963, someone said, hey, Willie, I committed such a boner at work today.
Yeah.
I know that's the definition of it.
Yeah.
I've never heard it used in that particular capacity.
Must have been in the happy days era. Now, I have gotten a boner and then made a mistake.
Yes.
But never the other way around.
One has led to the other.
Yes.
Sometimes they're very much intertwined.
Uh-huh.
Yes. While making the mistake.
Yes.
You possibly were not thinking correctly because of
the boner.
Yes, that's exactly right. Okay. There you have it. That's I did not see that question
Now we got them
coming.
calling asking us trivia. You feel what I'm saying? I love it.
I thought that's where he was going. I thought he was going to stick up for Michelle. I thought John was. I don't know if John's still there. You still there, John, or no?
I'm still here. I wanted to give her the opportunity, And listen, you're right. That word's not used. I use the word all the time. I use it in a friendly way, and I sneak it into people because I think it's funny. If I go to a toll booth, for example.
Did you just say I'll sneak
into people?
You just said I'll sneak a boner into people?
Yeah.
No. Well, listen to what I'm saying. When I go to a toll booth guy, right, and he gives me back the change, I always say to people, to be funny, is, okay, thank you, and you get yourself a big boner. And you say it real quickly, you get the laugh, and they automatically just say, oh, okay, yeah.
Well, it's almost like when you say,
I don't think I'll ever say that to
hey,
a
ugly
guy,
girl
though.
says what?
Yeah, I think for me that'd be a bad idea.
Hey, Craig, there's
Yes.
been a lot of mistakes down here today. Does that mean it's a room full of boners?
I've heard better from Chrissy Bones.
I think that room is always a room full of boners. We did an NBA show today in which we talk about like who to start in your fantasy NBA lineup. So I've listened in on that show a few times. It's very disappointing to me. Every day it's the same thing. I would start Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, the Greek Freak. Give me someone I never heard of. That's the guy I want to start.
If you've heard of WeatherTech floor liners, you probably know that for your vehicle's floor, nothing protects better. But what about protection for the rest of your car or truck? I'm David McNeil, founder of WeatherTech. Besides our floor liners, we design, engineer, and manufacture a wide range of automotive accessories right here in America. And just like our floor liners, everything is done to the highest standards possible. We understand what kind of investment owning a vehicle can be, so we do everything possible to help you protect it. We don't take shortcuts, and we never make concessions when it comes to quality. For everything from cargo liners to cleaning and detailing supplies to mud flaps and car covers, the one place you need to go is WeatherTech.com. So if you are familiar with our floor liners, just imagine how well the rest of our products will work for you. Learn more about our full line of automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech.com, proudly made in America.
Have you ever wanted to have a fantasy expert in the palm of your hand? Or better yet, in the pocket of your khakis? Well, check it out. Now you can. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Download it now to your phone, we promise. No weird viruses, no strange tracking things. Just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of pure fantasy knowledge dropping all over your head. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Stop being a weirdo and streaming it online. Get it on your phone. Take it with you everywhere you go.
Muscle Maker Grill was made for baseball season. Muscle Maker Grill supplies you with delicious, healthy meals that will give you energy to cheer on your team week after week. Whether you're craving flavorful salad, packed wraps, or guiltless entrees, Muscle Maker Grill has you covered. Hosting a game? No problem. Our catering packages will have your whole team satisfied with flavors ranging from Italian to Tex-Mex and much, much more. Visit MuscleMakerGrill.com for your nearest location and have a winning season.
Hey, I'm Jeff. Look, I'm just a skeleton. I don't have an ACL anymore, but I'd still like to know what it means when one of my fantasy players sprains his. That's why I use the Inside Injuries app. It was created by real doctors, so you're getting information directly from people who have seen, touched, and operated on actual ACLs. Take it from me, a skeleton. If you aren't using it, you might as well just be guessing. Download the free app today and unlock the secrets of injury analysis.
Skix sneakers are taking over tailgates and alumni homes across America. Skix canvas high top, low top, slip-on, and kids tennis style sneakers designed in officially licensed college colors and logos is a must-have for every college fan's wardrobe. Fun, fashionable, and comfortable. Whether you're at the big game or watching the game at home, Skix helps fans perform better. Go to Skix.com and use promo code FNTSY for 15% off your pair now. That's Skix.com. Skix sneakers, the soul of a true fan.
Memo to dealer services. Whoever you are, stop calling me. It's like every 3 minutes. I don't want to buy protection for a car. Sick of it, you know? You ever get those calls?
Yeah. I get
You know what song this is?
Beat It.
Very
Who
good.
did that one?
Michael Jackson.
My man, Pots and Pans.
From
Nice.
the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
From the Jackson
the main
5.
Jackson
That's
5.
exactly right. Here's John in Bayonne, New Jersey on Carton and Friends. Johnny, what do you got today, kid?
Yo, how you guys doing? This show is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Let me tell you, I've been listening to you guys since the beginning. Let's get some new ads here. Listen, I'm not publishing a book. Let's get some new ads going. But listen, this question is for Michelle.
Yes.
Michelle, besides the obvious,
Yes.
and Craig, I hope you know what this is. Do you know what a dry hump is?
Oh, here we go. Besides the obvious, okay. I guess we've started a new segment here, and that's Stump Michelle, okay? Do you know what a dry hump is?
I want to say it's sports related. No, it's not because Craig's laughing.
I just said I don't know where you're going with it, but
a dry. So it's something like a period of no.
a period of no.
Not the obvious.
You can't go with the obvious.
No, I don't know what it is.
Why don't you tell her what dry humping is?
So, and this was from, I think it was like a spring training game, but it's when you warm up a pitcher going into a baseball game, and they do not get called into the game. So the opposite of Gabe Kapler. But
I was on the right track. I wish I went with my
That's
dog.
a good one.
There you go. That's called driving. Thanks for the call.
I dry humping is how 15-year-olds have sex.
Excuse me?
Dry humping is how 15-year-olds have sex.
No, that's how they dry hump.
Oh, maybe 13-year-olds? I don't know.
It better not be 13-year-olds rubbing up against each other. Tell you that. Dirty dance is one thing. Just walking up to someone and dry humping on them.
Yeah.
You know, and
Gabe Kapler has never dry humped a pitcher.
I don't know if that's I think that's. I could be dead wrong, but my gut is that's a bit of a generational thing.
Dry humping?
Yeah.
You mean like grinding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is or isn't, but
Yeah.
we did a hell of a lot of it.
We did. I think these kids nowadays are doing the real thing though. but I was a dry humper. You know
I mean,
what I'm
everybody
saying?
was.
Yeah.
Have you ever been dry humped?
Yeah.
No,
never.
I mean, it's happened to everybody.
Yeah, it's happened to everyone.
Typically when you're younger.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you haven't gotten to the place yet where you know, she has said yes.
Yeah.
You're still, testosterone's running through your veins.
Yeah.
Like out of control, and you're gonna hump something.
Yeah, you got to rub up against something.
That's right. I remember. I used to love the rope in gym class.
Come out.
The rope in gym class.
You used to rub up against the rope.
Oh,
Okay.
I tell you, I remember being in elementary school, and that first time I climbed the rope, it was thick, like it was a rope.
Oh God.
I climbed that rope in gym class, and the way they teach you how to climb the rope, so you have your hands up, obviously on top.
Yeah.
But the rope comes like down, kind of past your groin.
Yeah.
And then you wrap your ankles around it. So then you're lifting with your legs and your arms.
Yeah.
Like if you're just lifting your arms, you're deadlifting all your
Right.
weight.
I did
It's
one at
very-
CrossFit the other
So
day.
it's very hard for someone to deadlift like that.
Yeah.
So when you get your legs wrapped around the rope and they show you how to do it, you can then use your feet to really, you prick the rope up, and then it's almost like a levee system, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, dude, I was in elementary school. I was early on this. And there was a sensation I had when, we were wearing short shorts. It's the 1970s, right? We're in tighty whities. And I had a sensation.
You rubbing that rope up against that joint.
I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Like,
that feels pretty, that feels good. And I couldn't wait for gym class.
Did you try it backwards?
I was going up, I was going down. My nickname was Monkey for a few weeks.
Oh, really?
Hey, look at the monkey.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, call me whatever you want.
It feels good.
We've never seen someone up that rope so fast. Why do you come down so slow?
Trying to get that sensation.
And that was before I was really doing that all the time.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I think women are different in that regard. I think men get to a point where once they realize,
it works.
Like one day you just wake up and say, like, that's interesting. How'd that happen? And then you mess around and you're like, whoa, that feels fantastic. And then you just want to do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if women are the same in that regard or
Well,
not.
she got that MLB.
She got the MLB rabbit.
She got
the Yankee
MLB
rabbit.
You got the Yankee rabbit.
Yeah, but I know I speak for all men on this too. We all go through that period of time. Then as a young boy, you go through the period of time where you think you might be doing it too much. Because you're doing it any chance you get.
That joint is chafing.
Yeah, like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. You're like, what? Your kid's in the bathroom. You got diarrhea? And you're like, I'll be out in a minute. Yeah, I've told you I'd never lie to you. I used to mark it down on my calendar.
Really?
Like to tell myself, you can't do that today.
Yeah, just to make sure.
And I wrote it in code. So if anyone, like my parents came in and saw like markings on, it was a dry erase board calendar on my door.
Yeah.
So it might say like baseball practice, sleepover, DFTF FF964, some weird thing. What's that? I don't know. It's just some weird code I have.
Yeah.
And the code, it was like the first letter of each word. You are not allowed to touch yourself today.
Yeah. Because
Day one.
You thought you would break it.
I don't know if I was going to break it. I thought I would go, that's probably not healthy for anybody.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So.
I remember there's this Brazilian girl in
Carly?
Yeah, Carly. She reminded me of this Brazilian girl from Playboy who I had a relationship with.
No. That wasn't. You had the relationship was in your head.
No.
No, it was in your head.
It was in her head. She just didn't know it. Like that magazine could walk right now. Like it's a one-page magazine. It's all together. Like, honey, what happened to this?
I don't know.
How come it's stuck in the Brazilian girl?
You have an update, Michelle?
Oh, yeah. Guy, what do you got for the... so I want to do the Ohtani story. Do the Ohtani.
So rookie sensation Ohtani homered again at home in the 5th inning, and Zach Cozart hit a game-ending shot in the 13th to give the Angels a 3-2 victory over the Cleveland Indians last night.
Yeah, so the Ohtani story is remarkable. Don't forget, everyone wanted to bid on him. The Yankees dropped out late because it got too expensive even for them. And the question was, can a guy who is essentially a two-way player, meaning like Babe Ruth, can he pitch successfully? And when he's not pitching, can he be a regular, player, whether he's a DH or an outfielder? Can he hit the ball as well as a position player can hit the ball? Now, there are some pitchers who are great athletes who have been able to successfully hit the ball. And those guys, Corey, I think you'd agree, might bat 230, 240.
Exactly.
They're not going to bat 300. They might have a couple of home runs. There have been pitchers in the past that had 2 or 3 home runs in a season. But this guy came in with the billing of being able to be a 30 home run hitter and win 15 games, which we've not seen in our lifetimes. And the notion of Babe Ruth doing it, which is real, is probably the only guy I've ever heard that ever was good enough to do both.
Yep.
So now Ohtani does it because he's Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So when a Japanese or Chinese ball player comes over to this country to play Major League Baseball, that is a big deal in the Far East. Such a big deal, much like it was in the NBA with Jeremy Lin, that when these guys are playing, those games are televised in like major squares and shopping centers and malls
and Facebook
and everywhere. We'll get to that in a second. All right? They're not going to let Facebook butcher this like they butchered the Met Philly game yesterday, which was an unmitigated disaster that nobody could watch. So it becomes an event. And because of the time difference, this might be like 8 o'clock in the morning over there. And everything stops. When Yao Ming was playing basketball, the country stopped. When Jeremy Lin had his little run with the Knicks, the country stopped. Here in New York City, Chinese Americans closed their businesses to watch Jeremy Lin play basketball because he's the first Chinese-born, or Chinese-American player to play, right? And they went crazy for it.
Yeah.
So Ohtani hits a home run yesterday, and he hits it against Corey Kluber, which in and of itself is a big deal. There are 2 different calls of it. There's the Angels call, an American English broadcast call, and then there's the Far Eastern call. Let me hear the English one first. Go.
That's out towards center field. Zimmer racing back, still going back near the ball. Gone! Big fly, Ohtani's out again. We're tied at 2.
That audio is courtesy of MLB Network. Solid call, great, capture the emotion. Really good call, right?
Big fly, Ohtani's done it again.
Okay. How did it sound in a different language?
今度は外に構えます。センターに大きな当たりだ。センター下がる。下がってその上入った。なんとクレーバーからツーランホームラン。大谷2試合連発。メジャーを代表する投手からツーランホームラン。
What does "suck up dick" mean?
That's what I thought I heard too. If we can run that one back,
can you play it again?
Like he said, told somebody.
He said, "Suck up dick."
今度は外に構えます。センターに大きな当たりだ。センター下がる。下がってその上入った。
Suck up dick.
なんとクレーバーからツーランホームラン。大谷2試合連発。メジャーを代表する投手から
Now, turn it off. At the beginning of it, it sounds like they're like undercover spies. Just play the first 5 seconds, Chris. Here we go. Listen to this. It's great. It's fantastic.
This is wonderful.
I'll tell you what. I'm running out of time anyway. Have it ready for me at a break. Send it to me so I'll play it on my computer as well. We're going to break down the Ohtani home run call as done by Japanese radio. Shut up, dick! Shut up, dick! Ohtani, Yard, Michelle, Corey, Craig. Numbers 844-843-6879. This is Carton and Friends. We are now global. I'll explain. Word.
Have you ever wanted to have a fantasy expert in the palm of your hand, or better yet, in the pocket of your khakis? Well, check it out. Now you can. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Download it now to your phone. We promise no weird viruses, no strange tracking things, just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of pure fantasy knowledge dropping all over your head. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Stop being a weirdo and streaming it online. Get it on your phone. Take it with you everywhere you go.
Fantasy.
Are you guys going to be upset that the Pirates crowd in the stadium cheered for Moran for coming up for his next at-bat?
Why would we be upset for cheering the player on?
Because he got a curtain call. So why are you going to cheer him when he's coming up for his next at-bat?
I didn't even say he shouldn't have gotten a curtain call. All I said was that all grand slams shouldn't have curtain calls.
If I was a Pirate fan, I would be cheering the guy. I just don't know that a grand slam on opening day warrants a curtain call.
No, grand slam every day deserves a curtain call.
Weekdays on FNTSY Radio and live on the Fantasy Sports Network YouTube stream.
Join the family at Modell Sporting Goods. Visit your nearest Modell's and sign up for our MVP Rewards program to receive insider deals all year round. Earn points on every purchase when you use your MVP card to earn Modell's cash back. It's our way of thanking you for being a loyal customer. Upon signing up, receive 10% off your purchase and 15% off your next purchase. It's that simple. Plus, new MVPs this month are eligible to win a $500 Modell's gift card. When you gotta play more and pay less, you gotta go to Moe's.
Hello, friends. If you want to win at fantasy sports, wouldn't you listen to people who have already won at fantasy sports? I'm here to tell you about DailyRoto.com. Don't be intimidated by the DraftKings and FanDuel sharks, even the fantasy draft sharks. The guys at DailyRoto.com have not only won $1 million amongst one of the writers, but they've created 3 others. That's 4 people who have won millionaire contests from this content alone. Don't be fooled by screenshots talking about $25,000 winners from other places. Go to DailyRoto.com where they have a proven track record of creating millionaires. DailyRoto.com. Tell them Greg Sussman sent you.
Have you written a book and want to get it published? Then call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 immediately. That's 800-955-3793. Page Publishing is looking for authors of all types of books. And unlike most publishers, Page Publishing will take the time to review each and every book submitted to them and give you their feedback. If they like what they read, they'll get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, the Apple iTunes Store, Barnes & Noble, and other outlets. They handle everything: editing, cover design, copyright protection, printing, publicity, and distribution. So if you've written a novel, children's book, cookbook, inspirational work, poetry, or a biography and want to get it published, then you need to call Page Publishing and do it immediately. Call 800-955-3793 now for your free author submission kit. Again, for your free author submission kit, call 800-955-3793. That's 800-955-3793. Your road to fame and fortune could very well start with this simple phone call. Call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 for your free author submission kit.
Just met a nice family from New York, came by to see the show. And I said to the young woman, "Shut up, dick."
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Shut up, dick. So, you have an hour, Chris, all lined up for me?
I couldn't isolate it, but I can play the
No, I just want to play. Send email to me also. So it's your Ohtani Japanese call. Now, the very first 5 seconds, the first thing it sounds like, I thought it was like some type of like undercover operation.
Yeah.
Listen to how it starts. All right, stop it. Like, it's almost like...
It's like Rush Hour.
It's so much more soothing than hearing. And then, John, what happened was Roger Clemens got up off his knees, and I walked with a limp for about 3 days.
That was when her and Roger Clemens...
In George Steinbrenner's box.
In George Steinbrenner's box.
I gotta say, I leaned to the left for about a month. I think he broke one of my ovaries, to be honest with you, John.
That was those roids, Susan.
Of all the dramatic things, he popped an ovary. In any event, play just the beginning of it again, Chris. Go ahead. If you can. Stop right there. It's almost like he's like, listen, he's going to make a left. You shoot when he makes a left. All right, play it again. Stop it again. It's like two dudes looking at Michelle walking down the street. Oh, I bet I can have her any way I want to have her. I'm just going to say, hello, my name is Fred. And his buddy's like, I think you can do it.
Yeah.
Play it again.
かなっていう一瞬思ったかもわかりませんね。そうです
ね。
逃げていくんじゃないかなっていう一瞬思ったかもわかりませんね。
Here we go.
今度は外に構えます。センターで大きな当たりだ。センター下がる。下がって。
Shut the dick! All right, next, hold on. I'm sorry to make you do this. I need you to. He says something else that sounds somewhat offensive before. Shut the dick. I gotta write it down. I gotta hear it loud and clear. Repeat it again.
センター下がる。
Sin Tom Fagaret. Sin Tom Fagaret. Sin Tom Fagaret. Shut the dick.
Did he tell him to sit down first?
Sit down, Fagaret. Shut the dick.
Get comfortable. Sit down first.
Sit down, Fagaret. Shut the dick.
Oh, maybe that's how he likes to get his whatever.
Sit down, Fagaret. Shut the dick. Ohtani.
Sit down. Make yourself comfortable before you.
Sit down, Fagaret. Shut the dick. Oh man,
this is good.
Shut the dick. We got. Hey, Nanda, you're the translator. What does "shut up dick" mean in Japanese? Do you have any idea?
He says it means the same thing.
It's what he's saying to me right now, I suppose. What does what was the other one? I wrote it down. I have my index right here. Sit down, fucking it. Oh, no, I heard that Russian barber say the same thing to Michelle earlier today.
Just sit down.
He said to Boris said to Raphael, "Sit down, fucking it. Shut up, dick." All right, now play the whole thing in its entirety.
Oh my god.
センター下がる。下がって。なんとクレーマーからツーランホームラン。大谷2試合連発。メジャーを代表する投手からツーランホームラン。
Shut up, dick. I love it. We got to get that every time Ohtani does stuff. Can you guys find his first home run of the year?
And we got to see if that...
Because that was his second one. He was 1 for 5 the other day. He struck out a couple times, but he had a home run the other day also.
Yeah.
That was the home run against Corey Kluber right there.
That was the one against Kluber. Chrissy Bones, I'm quite sure that call is in your inbox from the first home run. I think I mailed that to you.
The Japanese version of it?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you, doing show prep. I like that.
Well, I try to be prepared.
I get random emails from Corey. It's usually one story at a time.
Yeah.
With a link to the story. Like this morning, he sent me a link. I didn't open it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because when somebody emails me and the subject of the email is "sucked up dick,"
yeah,
I go after yourself.
This might be spam.
I ain't doing it. Here's Ohtani's first home run of his Major League Baseball career. Let's hear this one.
That's out toward right center.
I don't want the English version.
Going back on
Okay.
December. At the wall. Gone! Big fly, Ohtani-san!
It's a little offensive. He went Ohtani-san. Big fly, Ohtani-san.
I think that was the TV bro.
センター下がる。 下がって。
Shut up, dick. By the way, there's a Japanese dish. There's a restaurant I've been to out in like the New Hope kind of area of Pennsylvania, near where your people are from, the Amish. And there's this like Japanese joint, and there's a noodle dish, and it's almost like it's a weird thing. It's like a potato noodle or something, and it's a similar name to like "Shut Up, Dick."
Okay.
And it's always awkward to order it, you know.
But you got to say that.
Yeah, you're like, and I'll have let me have a large order of your chicken "Shut Up, Dick." And my friend here wants the sit-down fagarita.
Yeah.
Is that a pizza?
That must be.
All right, what else you got?
So the Raptors beat the Celtics 96-78 in Toronto.
All right.
Drake was in attendance.
Drake's,
showing...
I'm saying, I heard my man Gabe Morency the other night. He was doing a live, not just video cast type of thing. And Cuz I'd never seen a dude get up and down more. Like he's on camera, he's off camera. He's on camera.
No, Gabe's a wild dude.
He also has a very interesting vocal crutch, which
What is it?
It's the F-bomb.
Wait, what is that?
I'm telling you, I've never heard it, but he doesn't say it like he's saying it to you.
Yeah.
It's I can't play it.
Yeah,
I'll show you off the air.
Wait, so he can say the F word on air and we can't?
No, we can.
It's not. I think it's.
By the way,
private.
let me just say, we could say it right now.
Okay.
I've made the rule that there is no cursing because our show is going to be syndicated coast to coast on radio.
Gotcha.
And once you're on radio, there's no cursing.
Yeah.
So why get in the habit of cursing if you're not going to be allowed to curse?
Right.
Plus, I've always felt that cursing takes away from the content.
Yeah.
Like on Sirius, shows that curse all the time, it almost becomes...
Yeah.
The only thing they're good for.
big deal. You can curse.
Yeah.
There's no reason to curse. You know, every now and then a word will slip out.
Yeah.
And I'm not opposed to that. But to curse for the sake of cursing to me just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a business meeting, you're not going to curse every 3 words.
No.
If you're bartending, every other word's not going to be F, right? You might curse sometimes like F, Rodrigo again. But you know what I'm saying? Like if every word's a curse word, you lose me. In any event, he has this weird crutch where he's not saying it like to say it. He just says it.
As a transition?
I have to show it to you. I've never. The only time I ever saw like it, I met a guy this maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, who through a buddy of mine, and this guy had a vocal crutch, in which he would say with a southern slang right there, but he would say right there after every couple of words. And it's almost like a speech impediment, like a stutter. So it'd be like, Michelle right there, what we're going to do after the show right there is go out and have some wings right there. I'm going to have the blue cheese right there. Corey right there is going to have the ranch right there. We're going to have them well done right there. And it was every 3 words was right there, right there. So I wrote a poem about him called Right There.
Yeah.
And he did not find it funny.
I like the way you do that right there.
No, but what even like that right there?
Yeah.
It was like right there. That's a Yankee hat you're wearing right there. Meanwhile, and he had this thing. He was a chain smoker, but every other 3 words. And a great guy, by the way. Well, right there, scratch golfer.
Oh, that's what it is.
Scratch golfer. And when you got him on the golf course talking about golf,
yeah,
he didn't say right there.
Yeah, because he was concentrating.
And the dude just could go on a golf course, shoot a 70, and as soon as he's done, all right, right there, let's go get the van right there. And I'm going to drive you back to the house right there. Everything was right there, right there, right there. Now, Gabe's got something similar, but it's the F-bomb. Right and there. I had never seen the show before.
Yeah.
And me and Chrissy Bones were watching it the other night because I like Gabe. And Gabe was on the March Madness special we did, and I had an affinity for his background and his personality.
Yeah.
And I think he's great. So I go, let me check my man out. And Big Mike sent me some video of him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love this guy, but he has an F crutch. I got to play it for you. His show, by the way, comes on at 4 o'clock today.
Game Time Decisions.
Called Game Time Decisions. The best thing about Gabe, he's a handicapper, is when he loses, he tells you.
Yep.
There's still not a lot of guys in that world that tell you. And I have a huge background in that world in that I started a company and built it from scratch called VegasExperts.com. The single #1 most trafficked destination in the history of the web for handicapping information. I built every single handicapper's website in this country up until maybe a decade ago. And Gabe gives it to you straight. If he loses 10 in a row, I lost 10 in a row. And there's a story behind each loss and how you lost and why you lost. But I've never heard that guy not take ownership of a loss.
Nah, Gabe was a good dude, a good broadcaster. I've hung out with Gabe at a New York Jet game. It was
what was the New York Jet game?
it was a New York
Sapphire?
Jet Buffalo Bill game. No, it was a Jet.
Were you
Bills.
at the game itself?
We were at the game for a little while.
Fair enough.
Gabe,
He don't sit still long.
When Gabe get rolling, it get very interesting.
I would love to go out with him one night.
Yeah,
in Vegas.
Yeah, not at MetLife.
No, I want to see him. So I teased something earlier today. I got to get to it because we're almost out of here. I got a picture of a man with no top on laying in a bed and another man with no top on laying across his body, 2 topless men in bed together. And the guy laying across the heavier set man, his mouth was open as if he's posing for a picture.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the picture.
Okay.
You know who one of the guys is.
Okay.
All right?
Maybe both of them.
You know who one of the guys is, Corey, as well.
I know both of them.
You know both guys.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you that picture. How about I describe the picture properly?
Yeah.
One is more of a heavy-set guy, laying on his back, no top on. The other guy's laying across his junk, no top on, mouth open, smiling.
Yes.
There's a third man in the room photographing what's about to take place.
We don't know the sex of that third person, to be fair.
And I can tell you this as a fact, those are not True Religion jeans. We are just about out of time. Get to the fourth hour liner.
All right, quick. Mark Leishman is 3 under through 7 to lead the Masters on day 1.
Your boy. Hey, you love watching your fantasy players score a winning touchdown? Imagine you actually got to call that touchdown play. The fan-controlled football league, putting play calling in the hands of fans with real professional football players running the action. From drafting rosters to voting on trades, the FCFL fans, a one-part coach, one-part GM, one-part owner. That's 3 parts. It's all done through the fan token. Fans earn fan tokens each time their vote yields a successful outcome. The more fan tokens a fan earns, the greater power is attributed to their future votes. Go to fcfl.io to learn how you can take control. Got it? Good. Any big plans today for you guys or no?
No, this is our first day. All we have nothing to do.
Nothing going home? Napping?
Napping, gym.
I think you got a little bit
Chilling.
of breaking news right here to end
Nap?
the show with.
No, we're done. Show's over. As I'm being told. They told me to get out of here. Go home. Now they're telling me something different. We have more show to come, including Moment of the Day. Next, right here on Carton and Friends.
Hey, I'm Jeff. Look, I'm just a skeleton. I don't have an ACL anymore. But I'd still like to know what it means when one of my fantasy players sprains his. That's why I use the Inside Injuries app. It was created by real doctors, so you're getting information directly from people who have seen, touched, and operated on actual ACLs. Take it from me, a skeleton. If you aren't using it, you might as well just be guessing. Download the free app today and unlock the secrets of injury analysis.
BSO Live. Bomani Jones of ESPN. Do you feel like the podcast gives you a little more freedom to kind of delve away from just the sports topics?
There's going to be some things that happen in the world that is so big that not even we in the sports world are able to avoid them. But this is primarily going to be a sports podcast, and I'm a guy who does a sports podcast who also talks about a bunch of other stuff. So the other stuff, in one way or another, is going to find its way in there, but I'm not going to force it.
Find the BSO Live podcast on blacksportsonline.com or on any popular podcast provider.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors.